The starters are loosening up. The grounds crew is putting the finishing touches on the field. And the anthem singer is warming up. It's time for the on-deck circle. Now with a preview of today's game, here's the voice of the Salt Lake Bees, Steve Klauke.
Well, a very pleasant good evening to you, and welcome to Salt Lake Bees baseball on a steamy, humid night here in Nashville. It's the Bees and the Sounds in Game 1 of a 4-game series. Steve Klauke with you. Happy to have you with us on this Saturday evening here in the Music City as the Bees open up the series with the Sounds. Last year, the Sounds came into Salt Lake and won all 4 games of the series, sending the Stingers last year into a tailspin, which may have cost them the division, actually did cost them the division, as the Tacoma Rainiers beat out the Stingers last year by 1 game in the division standings. The Bees last night fall on a controversial home run, 5-2 the final score. Memphis a winner over the Bees. But Tacoma and Portland both lost as well, so the Rainiers, losers of 3 straight and 7 of 10, are still 5.5 back, while the Beavers trail by 10. This Nashville ball club fell to Colorado Springs 6-3, but maintained their 3.5 game lead over the second-place Iowa Cubs as they got beaten at Tucson by a final score of 11-6. So the Bees and the Sounds, a pair of division leaders. The Sounds out in front of the American North, the Bees in the Pacific North. The pitching matchup for today's game, again, Jonathan Rauenhorst getting the start for the Bees in place of Joe Saunders, who worked an inning last night as a prelude to a likely start for the Angels on Tuesday. And for the Sounds, it'll be former Kearns High School star Jared Fernandez with a record of 6-3 for the Sounds. Jonathan Rauenhorst is 5-5 for the Bees. When we come back, we'll take a quick peek at what happened last night between the Bees and the Redbirds right after this on ESPN 1230.
America's best-selling truck value is the national champion F-150. And right now, Westland Ford has 150 to choose from at huge savings to you. During the summer F-150 blowout, Westland Ford can give you up to $3,500 in rebate or choose 0% financing for 66 months OAC. That's up to $3,500 in rebate or 0% interest on the already great-priced F-150 starting as low as $20,990. Or you can lease a tow-and-go loaded F-150 for only $299 per month. So get the truth about trucks. From road tests to tailgate, suspension to structure, the F-150 is the strongest pickup out there, period. And with the all-new 5-year, 60,000-mile drivetrain warranty, 3-year, 36,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, you've got peace of mind. But time is running out, and Westland Ford has only 150 F-150s to sell. When they're gone, they're gone. And for a limited time, Westland Ford will match your down payment up to $1,000 on a red carpet lease. Not valid with any other offers. At Westland Ford, 3450 Wall Avenue in Ogden. What's in your driveway?
Next.
Hi, I'd like 3 pounds of fresh salmon, and can you cut me a couple of T-bone steaks about 2 inches thick?
Yes, ma'am. Say, anyone ever tell you look like Patricia Heaton?
Oh, thank you. She's gorgeous.
Yeah. Hey, can we marinate your steaks while you shop and suggest a recipe for the salmon?
Ooh, you had me at marinade. Thanks.
Oh, now I know who you are.
Hi, I'm...
the driver of my kid's school bus.
That's me.
Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Oh, hi, Miss Heaton. Need help selecting produce?
Do you have any good cooking ideas for mushrooms and tomatoes?
How about pan-seared portobellos and roasted romas?
That sounds good.
Of course, you could saute shiitakes and terrine tomatoes, or braise the buttons and bake some beefsteak.
No more calls. We have a winner. You know your stuff.
I try. We do carry over 300 different kinds of fruits and vegetables.
You've been very helpful. How are you with auditions?
For quality and selection, Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Well, last night in Memphis, things didn't go very well for the Bees as they were in a scoreless duel in the second inning. Runners at second and third and 1 out. Jeff Mathis tried to pick off John Nelson at third base, but his throw went off the glove of the third baseman Myers into left field. Actually, I don't believe it deflected off his glove, but after it hit the back of the base runner Nelson, that allowed Nelson to score to make it 1-0. Then maybe the turning point of the game. Jason Conti facing Dustin Mosley hit a high fly down the right field line that was hooking. The ball hit about a 1.5 foot foul, according to the replays, but the first base umpire, Darren Hyman, ruled it a home run, and it was 3-0. The Bees argued to no avail. I will say this, though. After the game, Darren Hyman said he saw a replay and apologized to Brian Harper for the call, as it was definitely a foul ball. But it didn't matter at that point. It was 3-0 Redbirds. The Bees would get a run in the third. Tommy Murphy driving in a run on a fielder's choice, and then Mike Elward's infield single in the fourth made it a 3-2 ball game. But the Bees offense staggered after that, never getting a runner past first base the rest of the way. Timo Perez added some insurance for the Redbirds with a 2-run home run in the 8th inning, and the Redbirds won it by a score of 5-2. Well, if you're like me and have to take a test at the level of your blood sugar on a regular basis throughout the course of the day, might I suggest a switch to the Essentia Contour Meter from Bayer. It's the fastest growing meter in the country for 2 reasons. One, it only needs a micro sampling of blood, therefore the pain is a lot less. And forgetting to code is the number one reason for misread levels. Your levels could be off 43% if you don't read or code into your meter the code of the test strip. Well, that's not a problem with the Contour because it is self-coding. You don't have to worry about it. It's all taken care of for you. So my suggestion again, the Essentia Contour Meter from Bayer at your local Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Back with a look at the average scoreboard after this on ESPN 1230.
Okay, you guys, time for bed.
Daddy, take me for a ride to the bedroom. No.
All right, both of you hop on. Oh, man, you guys are getting heavy.
Daddy, you sound like a piggy.
I'm not a piggy. I'm a dinosaur.
No, dinosaurs sound like this. You sound like this.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out.
There are moments that make life meaningful.
Mommy, Daddy's a piggy.
Well, he's a cute little piggy.
Oh, I'm seriously out of shape, piggy.
At Select Health, we want to help you enjoy each one. With our health and wellness programs, we're striving to help you and your family stay fit and healthy and be right there with you as life unfolds.
Look, Mommy, the piggy's jumping on the bed.
Daddy's starting a new exercise program.
You know what they say, when pigs fly.
Good one.
Yeah, I'm too tired to be funny. I gotta sit down.
To learn how we're working to make healthcare simpler, visit selecthealth.org. Select Health. Simply there.
Hi, evening news? It's the anchorman there. The guy who reads the 6 o'clock news. Yeah, the blonde guy. Well, I need him to mention that I'm looking for a home. Yep, a new home. Well, that way, anyone selling in the area can call me, and we can work out a viewing around my schedule. And I'm only available Sunday between 2 and 4. You haven't mentioned that, would you? Thanks.
You don't need to make an announcement when you're looking for a home to buy. Coldwell Banker Residential Brokerage makes it easy to find open houses in a range of styles and prices, including new construction, giving you every advantage in finding a home. You can access information about our open houses on our website. And the more homes you view, the more likely you are to find the one that's absolutely perfect for you. If you're already searching for a home, thinking about buying, or just interested in the local real estate market, go to utahhomes.com today.
No, I'm holding for the anchorman.
To find the open houses you want to see this weekend, visit utahhomes.com. Coldwell Banker Residential Brokerage is owned and operated by NRT Incorporated.
Back at Greer Stadium in Nashville. Time now for our first check of tonight's average scoreboard. None of the other action has yet to get started in the Pacific Coast League as new series begin throughout the league. Colorado Springs will be at Memphis. Round Rock hosts Sacramento. Fresno visits Albuquerque. Tucson entertains Omaha. Iowa visits Las Vegas. Portland plays host to New Orleans. And Oklahoma visits Tacoma. In the American League, an embarrassing game for George Steinbrenner and the Yankees. In the bottom of the 7th inning at home, they trail the Tampa Bay Devil Rays by a score of 18-5. Elsewhere in the 9th at Oakland, the A's lead Toronto 7-4. Bottom of the 6th in Baltimore, the White Sox lead the Orioles 11-6. Later on, Seattle at Cleveland. Minnesota hosts Detroit. Kansas City at Texas. Earlier today, the Red Sox rallied with 3 in the 8th off the Angels bullpen, and then David Ortiz, game-winning single in the bottom of the 11th, gave the Red Sox a 7-6 win over the Angels as Jared Weaver ends up with a no decision. He left the game with a 5-3 lead. Curtis Pride homered in that game, a 2-run blast at the time of the 7th inning. Snapped a 3-all tie. Ortiz, besides that RBI single, had a home run, his major league leading 35th of the year. In the National League at Los Angeles, the Dodgers lead Washington 7-5. In the 9th at Chicago, the Cubs lead the Cardinals 4-1. Chicago trying to make it 3 in a row over St. Louis. Later on, Arizona at Houston, Pittsburgh hosts San Francisco, Florida visits Philadelphia, Cincinnati is at Milwaukee, and Colorado hosts San Diego. Earlier this afternoon, the Mets broke a 3-all tie with a 7-run sixth and beat the Braves in Atlanta 11-3. 2 home runs in the game for Carlos Beltran. That's a look at the Abra scoreboard. We'll return with the starting lineups right after this on ESPN 1230.
It's time. What are you talking about? He's always making these big promises. McDonald's makes it easy for you to find fortune. Just check out Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean. Dead Man's just now in theaters. Then get a Big Mac sandwich. Feel the tab. Find the code, and you could win great riches, like a new Volvo. It's easy to win. Unlock it.
No purchase necessary. Open to legal residents of the U.S., Puerto Rico, and Canada. 13 or older. Game ends 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:31:06. A while distribution supplies last. Car game ends 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:31:06. See official rules inside participating McDonald's or at playatmcd.com for complete details. Void where prohibited.
Your grandparents came here.
The long drive going, and it's a home run for Joe DiMaggio.
Your parents came here.
Here comes Roger Maris in the score, and Cepeda pulling the second with a double.
Now it's your turn.
It's gone, and Robin Yount has hit successive home runs off Jim
Cooperstown, New York, a tradition of excellence for 7 decades. Be a part of it. For information, call 1-888-HALL of Fame.
Back at Greer Stadium in Nashville, let's get you ready for tonight's game by bringing you the starting lineups. Sponsored by Salt Lake City Credit Union, above and beyond every day. For the visiting Salt Lake Bees, managed by Brian Harper, here's how Brian filled out his lineup card. Leading off, the center fielder, Tommy Murphy. Batting second, the second baseman, Casey Smith. Hitting third, the shortstop, Eric Ibar. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, Kendry Morales. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Mike Elward. Hitting sixth and catching, Jeff Mathis. Batting seventh, the left fielder, Jason Espino. Batting eighth, the third baseman, Adam Paskovich. And hitting ninth, the right fielder, Darren Blakely. Pitching for the Bees will be left-hander, Jonathan Rowenhorst. For the homestanding Nashville Sounds, managed by Frank Kreblis, leading off, the second baseman, Zach Sorensen. Batting second, the first baseman, Brent Abernathy. Batting third, the center fielder, Dave Krinzel. Hitting cleanup, the designated hitter, Graham Kuntz. Batting fifth, the right fielder, Vinny Rottino. Batting sixth, the catcher, Chad Moeller. Batting seventh and playing third base, Jermaine Clark. Hitting eighth, the left fielder, Kennard Bibbs. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Chris Barnwell. Pitching for the Sounds will be knuckleballing right-hander Jared Fernandez. Just a reminder, too, that if the Bees pitching staff combines to strike out 10 or more batters in a 9-inning game tonight, Dow Solio Distributors and Kendall Oil will donate $125 to the Multiple Sclerosis Society of Utah. Kendall Super D 3-engine oil designed to give you what you need. It's the Bees and the Sounds, game 1 of a 4-game series coming up next. We'll be back with tonight's first pitch right after this timeout. You've been in the on-deck circle on ESPN 1230.
This has been the On Deck Circle, a comprehensive look at today's game. The first pitch is right around the corner, so stay tuned. Salt Lake Bees baseball is coming up next on your home for the Salt Lake Bees, ESPN 1230 AM.
At Abra Auto Body and Glass, we know how much you count on your vehicle. So when it needs repairs, body work, or a new windshield, where should you take it? Go to America's most recommended name in damaged vehicle repair. That's right. In an independent nationwide customer satisfaction survey, Abra Auto Body and Glass was the company most recommended to family and friends for quality of work, customer communication, and overall service. Why? Maybe it's our commitment to safety. Abra spends more to train our technicians than anyone else in the industry, and every repair meets our strict safety standards. Maybe it's our lifetime warranty that backs up all those repairs, or that Abra works with over 500 insurance companies nationwide to make your claims process a snap. Whatever the reason, Abra Auto Body and Glass is proud to be so highly regarded. Auto Body Repair of America. Abra, America's most recommended. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule an appointment.
Athletes can't perform on an empty stomach.
Strike one.
The Old Spaghetti Factory is the perfect place for your pregame and postgame feasts, team parties, and more. Fill up our delicious homemade mouth-watering dishes. No one speaks the international language of yum like the Old Spaghetti Factory. Serving the best memories in town. It's the perfect place for any occasion. And now, featuring the amazing adventures of Wally the Trolley for our guests 10 and younger. Catch a ride with Wally and his trolley trio as they explore the world. Sign up for our kids club at www.osf.com. It's safe, simple, fun, and on your next birthday, lunch is on us. Conveniently located to serve you in Trolley Square, Taylorsville, and Orem. Good food, good fun, and deliciously complete meals. The Old Spaghetti Factory is where to wind up. The Old Spaghetti Factory in Trolley Square, Taylorsville, and Orem.
Denny's works for me because I like bacon, sausage, and ham, usually at the same time. And I can get all that at Denny's for just a few bucks. I mean, you know, how many places can you still say that about? I can think of about one.
Denny's is also the one place you can go for the new Extreme Grand Slam. It has more bacon and sausage than ever, plus 2 eggs, hash browns, and pancakes. One of 3 new Super Slams for just $5.99 each. Denny's.
Works for me.
Price and participation may vary for a limited time only.
The starting pitchers are ready. The lineups have been exchanged. And the hot dogs are ready to go. It's time to play ball. Salt Lake Bees baseball is on the air. Now let's go to the ballpark. Here's the voice of the Salt Lake Bees, Steve Clarkey.
And once again, a very good evening to you, and welcome to Bees baseball from Greer Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. It's the Bees and the Sounds in Game 1 of a 4-game series. The Bees and the Sounds meeting for the first and only time this year in this 4-game set. Again, the Bees have the all-time series lead at 25-22, but they have not won a series from the Sounds since the 2002 season when they won 5 out of 8. This Nashville ball club playing well as they are in first place by 3.5 games over the second-place Iowa Cubs. The Sounds on the field right now. Let's take them around to their positions defensively. Kennard Bibbs in left. Dave Krinzel in center. Vinny Rotino in right. Jermaine Clark at third. Chris Barnwell at short. Zach Sorensen at second base. And Brent Abernathy at first. A battery of Jared Fernandez pitching and Chad Moeller catching. For Jared Fernandez, this will be his 19th appearance, his 13th start. In 101 innings, he's given up 95 hits, 36 runs, 27 of them earned. He has struck out 62 and walked 15. He has hit 2 batters, thrown 2 wild pitches, and surrendered only 6 home runs. Fernandez, 6-3 with a 2.41 earned run average. He has 4 complete games, which leads the Pacific Coast League, of which 2 were shutouts, and he shares the league lead with Jared Weaver in that department. He is also 3 out of 4 in save opportunities. The PCL is batting .243 against Jared Fernandez. Again, pitched in high school at Kearns, went to junior college and played at the College of Eastern Utah before closing out his collegiate career with 2 seasons at Fresno State. Now calls Ogden as his off-season home. So we're just about ready to go. The Sounds in their sleeveless home white uniforms, the black sleeves underneath with the red numerals and lettering trimmed in black. The Bees wearing their black tops tonight with the gold numerals and lettering trimmed in white. So we're ready to go as Tommy Murphy leads things off, showing us a little bit of a different look. The pitch. Knuckleball fouled back, strike 1. A lot of times you'll see a switch hitter do this, Murphy being one of them. A right-handed knuckleballer as a switch hitter. Normally you'd see him bat left-handed against a righty, but he is hitting right-handed against the knuckleballer. Murphy coming off of 5 for 17 against Memphis, and the pitch is lined over the glove of the third baseman Clark into left field. Bibbs, the left fielder, over to get it, and Murphy holds with a single, so the leadoff man is aboard for the Bees here in the first inning. Casey Smith, the batter, hitting .287, 22 doubles, 2 triples, 2 homers, 38 runs batted in. Fernandez did not face Salt Lake last year as he split his time between AAA Louisville and the Reds organization and AAA Scranton Wilkes-Barre in the Philly system. So Murphy at first, the pitch. Knuckleball, strike on the outside corner to knees, 0-1. When Fernandez does throw a fastball, it's right around 80 or a little bit below. Brian Harper coaches over at third base. The Bees manager, hitting coach Jim Efforts, over at first. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a foul, back to the screen, 0-2. Here at Greer Stadium, 327 down the lines and 400 feet to straightaway center field. Sounds, the AAA affiliate, it's their second year with the Milwaukee Brewers. They just signed a 4-year extension with a new ballpark being built downtown that will be ready for the 2008 season opener. No balls, 2 strikes the count on Casey Smith. The infield double play depth behind Fernandez. 6'1", 225 in his 13th professional season. The turn and the lob to first, and Murphy dives back in safely. Tommy, 4 out of 14 in the stolen base department at AAA, but a perfect 3 out of 3 in the big leagues. Go figure. He can't figure it out. No balls, 2 strikes. Not much of a breeze here. What little wind there is blowing out towards left here tonight. Fernandez delivers outside a ball, 1-2. Left field is the Sun field here, and with this early start, 6 o'clock Nashville time, the sun will be a factor for quite a while in this game. Murphy at first, usually a knuckleballer, good to run on. So Fernandez trying to keep an eye on him again, tosses over to first. The umpiring crew followed us from Memphis. Darren Hyman is the home plate umpire. D.J. Rayburn at first, and Ramon Armendariz is the arbiter at third. Now Jared ready. The pitch. There goes the runner, and it's punched into right center field, a base hit. Another executed hit and run by Casey Smith. Murphy being held up at third. The throw into second base, and Casey is out trying to stretch that into a double. So perfectly executed hit and run until Casey tried to stretch that single into a double, and he's out 8-6. So instead of maybe runners at first and third and nobody out, it's a runner at third and 1 out. And the batter will be Eric Ibar, the shortstop, hitting .318, 15 doubles, 3 triples, 6 homers, 37 runs batted in. He'll take the same tact as Murphy did, batting right-handed, even though there's a right-hander out there because he is a knuckleballer. Infield, Abernathy in at first, everybody else about halfway. Pitch on the way, and it's in at the knees. A strike to Ibar, and it's 0-1. Again, this hasn't exactly been the best base running team that the Salt Lake franchise has had. There's a pitch high for a ball and a knuckleball. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on Eric Ibar. 6 for 17 in the just completed series in Memphis. Fernandez looks in. Former Buzz catcher Chad Moeller behind the plate. The 1-1 delivery, grounded toward third, takes a bit of a hop. Throw to third base, and they've got Murphy hung up. Now Ibar will take the turn, go to second. Here's the throw to the plate, and Fernandez applies the tag for the out. Five-2, 5-1 on the out, and the base running troubles continue, although actually not so much base running there. It's just, again, it's Mike Scioscia with his rule that if you have a runner at third and 1 out in the minor leagues, the contact play is automatically on. So what might have been a big inning for the Bees may end up being nothing at all, and it's up to Kendry Morales to do something about it. Kendry batting .305, 9 doubles, a triple, 5 homers, 30 runs batted in. Kendry will bat left-handed against the right-hander, Jared Fernandez. Ibar moved to second base during the rundown, and Morales takes high, ball 1. 1-0 the count as the Bees have 2 hits in the inning, but they've had 2 runners thrown out on the base paths. Now Fernandez ready to pitch. Morales takes a strike in at the knees, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outfield. Around towards right for Morales, playing him to Pole. Fernandez ready, whirls, and looks Ibar back towards second base. Eric, the subject of one of the rampant trade rumors out there, Ibar and Irvin Santana to the Orioles for Miguel Tejada. There's a pitch, swinging a tap foul at home plate, 1-2 the count. Again, the trade deadline is 2 o'clock Mountain Time on Monday afternoon. You can trade in baseball after that, but the players being traded have to clear waivers, and many times trades are blocked by teams not wanting a star player to go to one of their rivals in the division. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on Kendry. Ibar, the lead at second, the pitch. Swing, a little tap up the third base side, and it's foul. Chad Moeller grabbing it about 10 feet out from home plate. So the count holds 1-2 on Morales. 0-0, top of the first. Outfield playing Morales to pull even more so with 2 strikes. Ibar, the lead at second base. The shortstop Barnwell in behind him. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball, right side, far to his right, Sorensen. Glove turns, goes to first for the out to retire the side. Zach going far to his right, backhanding the ball practically behind second base. Spinning and firing his strike to get Morales in what could have been a big inning. No run score on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. After the first half inning of play, it's the Bees 0, and Nashville's coming to bat on ESPN 1230.
Zions Bank has absolutely free checking. This means it's absolutely free of hidden fees. Our absolutely free checking comes with absolutely free unlimited check writing and absolutely free online banking and bill pay. All this along with a Visa credit card, an absolutely free Visa debit card, and enrollment in Zions Cash Rewards. We appreciate you, so we want to absolutely free you from hassle with all our absolutely free branches and ATMs available throughout both Utah and Idaho. After all, when all is said and done, the best things in life are, well, family, love, and sharing. Because although our absolutely free checking is absolutely fantastic, hopefully it's not absolutely the best thing in your life.
Hi, I'm Tom Green, branch manager at the Zions Bank Freeway office. Right now, when you open a free checking account, we'll give you an absolutely free box of checks.
Zions Bank member FDIC, equal housing lender. Some restrictions apply. See branch for details. Credit approval required to obtain Visa credit card.
Somebody must have been in an accident that wasn't their fault. Keith Barton just hit that one out of the park.
I'm Keith Barton, and I know when you've been injured in an accident, you need an attorney that will go to bat for you and get you the money you deserve. You need the money quick because you have bills to pay. So the next time you're in an accident, you know what to do. Call in the big hitter. That's me, Keith Barton. It's just that easy to pick up the phone and call us at our new number, 801-IT'S-EASY.
We go to the bottom of the first inning, 0-0 our score defensively for the Bees. Jason Esposito's in left. Tommy Murphy in center, Darren Blakely in right, Adam Pavkovich at third, Eric Ibar at short, Casey Smith at second, and Kendry Morales at first. A battery of Jonathan Rauenhorst pitching. And Jeff Mathis catching. The former Stinger, Zach Sorensen, to lead it off. Takes outside, ball 1. Zach batting .250, 4 doubles, a triple, 1 homer, and 10 runs batted in. Got a late start to the season, the 1-0. Up high and outside from Rauenhorst, ball 2. Jonathan making his 41st appearance of the year, his 3rd start. In 61 innings, he's given up 63 hits, 32 runs, 31 of them earned. Struck out 44 and walked 32. Make that 23. There's a pitch, breaking ball inside at the knees, ball 3. 3-0 the count on Sorensen. Rauenhorst 5-5 with a 4.57 earned run average. PCL batting .267 against the 6'1", 180-pound left-hander. 3-0 delivery is a little bit low, and he walks Sorensen on 4 straight pitches to open up the ball game. Not exactly how you want the night to get started. That'll bring up Brett Abernathy, the first baseman, batting .271. 13 doubles, 4 homers, and 33 runs batted in. Sorensen, 2 out of 5 in the stolen base department over at first base. But again, a good base stealer that we've seen over the years. Sounds have won 7 out of the last 8 between these two teams. Now the lefty Rauenhorst delivers, and it's a fastball in for a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Again, Jonathan making his third start, his last start. He pitched 5 scoreless innings in Fresno, getting the win. One of only 3 wins registered by a Salt Lake starter in the month of July. 1 strike on Abernathy. Sorensen the lead at first. And Jonathan the toss over, sending Zach back. We're talking about Sorensen. He missed 6 weeks from April 14th to May 30th due to right bicep tendonitis. But he's been hitting well of late, batting .375 over his last 12 games. Leads off here in the first with a walk. And now Rauenhorst delivers. Swinging a ground ball right side, and it hits Sorensen in the foot. And so Sorensen is out. The batter Abernathy gets an infield single on that. So it'll be Casey Smith getting the unassisted foot out as Sorensen thought he had gotten by the ball, but it just clipped him in the back of the foot. And again, he is ruled out on the play, with the batter Abernathy getting credit for his single. So a break for the Bees there, because if that gets through without hitting Zach, he's probably at third base. Brings up Dave Krinzel, the center fielder, batting .236, 13 doubles, 4 triples, 4 homers, 21 runs batted in. The pitch to the left-hand batter, a curveball strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. That start for Rauenhorst against Fresno was on the 20th of July. Gave up 5 hits in 5 innings, no runs, struck out 4, and walked a batter. Jonathan the toss to first, and Abernathy is back. He's stolen 13 bases. This is a team that runs. They lead the league in stolen bases far and away. They have 152 steals. New Orleans is next with 120. Yet they've been thrown out fewer times than the Bees have. There goes the runner. The pitch is a strike. The throw to second base won't be in time. Another steal for Nashville. The count on Krinzel 0-2, with Abernathy picking up his 14th stolen base. In comparison, the Bees have 40 fewer stolen bases, yet have been thrown out 17 more times. So the go-ahead run for the Sounds at second base with 1 out. 2 strikes to count on the left-hand hitting Krinzel. Rauenhorst ready, the pitch. Swinging a high fly ball, center field. Tommy Murphy coming in a couple of steps will make the catch, and holding at second base will be Brent Abernathy. So Krinzel flies out to Murphy in medium center field. 2 down for the designated hitter, Graham Kuntz. Kuntz started the year in independent ball before the Brewers picked him up. Former PCL MVP, was playing for the San Diego Surf Dogs. Actually, like Jeff Haverlow of the Bees, he was in their training camp. They hadn't started their season as of yet. So lefty against lefty, a runner at second, 2 out. The pitch, a fastball strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. So Graham Kuntz at the plate. Now Rauenhorst, the left-hander, ready. The pitch. Fastball low and away. That evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kuntz was the 2003 MVP of the league. He batted .277 for Sacramento with 34 home runs and 115 runs batted in. 1 ball, 1 strike on Kuntz. The pitch. Swing at a looper foul up into the seats behind the third base dugout, and the count's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Big, strong, left-handed batter. Listed at 6'4", 230. Runner at second base, Abernathy with 2 outs. 0-0 here in the bottom of the first. Rauenhorst ready, and the 1-2 pitch to Kuntz. Swung on and line to center field. Murphy racing back, now stopped and cannot make the play as it landed in front of him. In to score Abernathy, and it's 1-0 Nashville. Murphy went back and all of a sudden put the brakes on, had to lunge forward, and it landed in front of him as he went too far back. So 1-0 Nashville. This has been a horrendous first inning for Salt Lake, both the top and bottom. Now here's Vinny Rottino, the right fielder, batting .288, 17 doubles, 2 triples, 6 homers, 37 runs batted in. Number 28 prospect in the Brewers organization by Baseball America. Pitch on the way, and it's down low, ball 1. A defensive lapse there, although a hit is credited to Kuntz as he drives in his 26th run. And the Bees with several base running mistakes in the top of the inning. Move to first base, and the runner is back. One to nothing sounds here in the bottom of the first inning. Rauenhorst ready to pitch. Strike, get at the knees, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count on Rottino. Right-handed batter. Versatile player. He's played at 5 out of the 9 positions this year. He has caught, played first, third, left, and right. He's in right field this evening. Now the 1-1. Rottino swings and lines one foul into the seats, first base side. 1-2 the count on the right-handed batter. And a steamy night here in the Music City. Now Rauenhorst ready. The glance towards first and the 1-2 home. Swinging a pop foul off to the right, out of play. Count remains 1-2. A lot of folks here wearing Bees t-shirts. A lot of players from the South with family members here. Matt Wilhite, not far away in Kentucky. Casey Smith family in Alabama. Dustin Mosley over in Arkansas. 1-2 the count. The pitch. Swinging a tap foul to the left of home plate. Still 1-2 on the right-handed hitting Vinny Rottino. Out of the Brewers organization. Grew up a Brewers fan in the South Milwaukee suburb of Racine. Although, don't tell the folks in Racine that they're a suburb of Milwaukee, but they really are. Now the 1-2 pitch on the way from Rauenhorst. Bounces in, good block by the catcher Mathis. Now it gets kicked away, but again holding at first base is Kuntz. The count on Rottino, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kuntz not particularly fleet of foot over at first base. So Vinny Rottino with a count of 2-2. Chad Moeller due next. 1-0 Sounds on a gift here in the first inning. Now Rauenhorst ready. The toss to first, and the runner is back. Outfielders, though, will tell you the most difficult play to handle is that hard hit line drive right at you, because sometimes that ball will do a knuckleball dance of his own, and that probably is what happened to Murphy there. Pitch to Rottino. Fastball just missed a little high, I guess. 3-2 the count on the right-handed batter. So Kuntz now will automatically be on the move over at first base. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Now Rauenhorst ready from the belt. Kuntz takes off. The payoff pitch is lifted in the air toward right center field. Murphy going back. Going back is Blakely, and Blakely in the alley runs it down to retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits. No errors and 1 runner left on the base paths. After the first inning of play, it's Nashville 1, the Bees nothing on ESPN 1230.
Denny's works for me because I like bacon, sausage, and ham, usually at the same time. And I can get all that at Denny's for just a few bucks. I mean, how many places can you still say that about? I can think of about one.
Denny's is also the one place you can go for the new Extreme Grand Slam. It has more bacon and sausage than ever, plus 2 eggs, hash browns, and pancakes. One of 3 new Super Slams for just $5.99 each. Denny's.
Works for me.
Price and participation may vary for a limited time only.
Hershey's presents the Soul to Soul 2 Tour, starring Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. It's been 6 long years. Now the wait is over. By overwhelming demand, a second show added. Saturday night, August 5th at Delta Center. Tim McGraw and Faith Hill in the round. A combined over 60 million records sold and 35 #1 singles. Electrifying performances by Tim and Faith in the concert event of the year. 2 superstars, 1 stage. A night you'll never forget. Tickets are on sale now at the Delta Center box office, Ticketmaster, charge by phone, or get them at Ticketmaster.com. Saturday night, August 5th at Delta Center. Don't miss Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. Presented by Hershey. Produced by AEG Live and Outback Concerts.
All right, we head now to the second inning. It's a 1-0 ball game in favor of the Nashville Sounds on a bit of a gift run. And so now the Bees, who kept themselves from scoring in the first, it had nothing to do with Nashville. Mike Elward, Jeff Mathis, and Jason Espino, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters, due up to face Fernandez. Elward batting .288, 15 doubles, 4 homers, 34 runs batted in. First pitch fastball outside, ball 1. Jarrett had a rough go of it in a brief call-up with the Brewers this year. In 4 games, he did not have a decision and an ERA just under 10. Here's a swing and a slow tap toward short. Barnwell charges, gloves, throws on the run in time to get Elward. 1 away here in the Salt Lake second. Brings up Jeff Mathis, the catcher. Jeff batting .299. 24 doubles, 2 triples, 4 homers, 35 runs batted in, 3 for 14 in the series at Memphis. So 1 out, nobody on base for the Bees here in the second inning. Now Fernandez delivers, and it's low, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Jeff. And a 9-game hitting streak snapped on Thursday as he takes a strike to the knees, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the pitch. Knuckleball floats in high, ball 2. 2-1 the count. Fernandez lifetime. 37 major league games pitched. 17 of them starts with Cincinnati, Houston, and Milwaukee. Pitch on the way. Mathis grounds one. A diving backhand stop by Jermaine Clark at third. The long throw to first in time for the out. Fine play by Jermaine Clark. We've already seen some pretty good defense on the part of the Sounds in this game. And that'll bring up Jason Espino, the left fielder, batting .222. 2 doubles, a triple, 3 homers, 14 runs batted in for Jason. Just a reminder that if you have a youngster 14 and under, stop by the Larry H. Miller Chevrolet location at 5650 South State Street in Murray and enter to win a chance to be the honorary bat kid at a Bees home game. Larry H. Miller Chevrolet. After all, you know this guy as Espino takes a knuckleball down low, ball 1. 85 degrees, the scoreboard temperature here. The pitch. Espino on a knuckleball takes inside at the knees, 2-0. Third baseman Jermaine Clark over almost to where the shortstop would be if he was playing in. The 2-0 pitch waved out and missed a strike, 2-1. A lot of room between Clark and the bag at third. 2-1 the count. Fernandez delivers. Knuckleball floats in and it's fouled back into the screen, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Espino. Adam Pavkovich due next as Fernandez comes set the pitch. Swing, a little slow chopper to the first base side. Fernandez gloves and tosses to first. And that retires the side after the first two batters in the game. Single for the Bees. The next 5 have been retired by Jared Fernandez. As we go to the bottom of the second, it's Nashville 1, the Bees nothing on ESPN 1230.
This year, be a part of a winning season. Catch the excitement of Busch Series racing in the Discount Tire number 41 Dodge. Watch as driver Reed Sorensen powers his way to victory lane. Discount Tire, Utah's tire and wheel experts with 17 locations statewide. Come in for the lowest prices on tires and wheels. Tires starting at $20. Join the excitement of the Discount Tire Sun Chaser 9-hour at Miller Motorsports Park on August 31st through September 2nd. Low prices, more choices. Discount Tire.
For more than 25 years, there's been a guy you've trusted, a guy you've known, Larry H. Miller. Since 1979, when Larry H. Miller opened his first automotive dealership, he's had one primary goal in mind, to make our communities grow stronger and better by offering the very best in quality, service, selection, and price. And since that day, nearly 3 decades ago, you've been there to help the Larry H. Miller dealerships become one of the largest and most respected dealership groups in the entire country. And for that, we say thank you. Today, you can choose to shop at more than a dozen of our automotive dealerships along the Wasatch Front, almost all of which feature dealership service centers on site. We also have 3 state-of-the-art collision repair facilities to serve you. We know that we could not continue to grow our business without yours. So when it comes to your next car, there's a guy you know who cares about values, honor, integrity, and trust. Larry H. Miller. After all, you know this guy.
We head to the bottom of the second inning. Nashville 1, the Bees nothing. It'll be Chad Moeller, Jermaine Clark, and Kennard Bibbs. The 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up in the Nashville batting order. Moeller batting .275 since being sent down by Milwaukee. 3 doubles. 4 runs batted in for the former Buzz catcher. He was on the Buzz roster for a time during the 2000 season. First pitch swinging, he fouls it off into the seats to the right of home plate. Strike 1. Moeller batted .287 in 47 games with 13 doubles, a triple, 5 homers, and 20 runs batted in. Went on to the Diamondbacks and now in the Brewers organization for a couple of years. Curveball low, 1-1, along with another former Buzz and Twins catcher, Damian Miller. Moeller was batting just .184 for the Brewers when he was sent down. 18 hits and 98 at-bats. The pitch in Fanese is strike 1 and 2. 3 doubles, 2 homers, and 5 runs batted in. So Moeller trying to regain his stroke here in Nashville. He's hit safely in 8 of his 13 games in a Sounds uniform. 1-2 pitch on the way outside of Fanese, 2-2. He was outrighted by Milwaukee, cleared waivers, and joined the Sounds on July 13th. Exactly 4 years to the date since his last minor league appearance. The 2-2 pitch to Chad is into the dirt, ball 3. Fills the count on Moeller at 3-2. Had only 3 hits in his last 37 at-bats for Milwaukee. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, the count on Moeller. The payoff pitch from Rauenhorst. Into the dirt, gets away from Mathis, and for the second straight inning, the leadoff man walks. Brings up Jermaine Clark, the third baseman, batting .220, 10 doubles, 2 triples, 3 homers, 25 runs batted in. Clark's played in the PCL since the 2001 season. Nashville, his 5th stop on the PCL tour. He's also played for Tacoma, Oklahoma, Portland, and Sacramento. No runner at first base, Moeller. Nobody out. Papkovich in at third. Rauenhorst with a move over to first base, and Moeller is back. Middle infielders, double play depth for Clark, but a speedy runner, tough to turn 2 on. Rauenhorst ready, and again the toss to first. Clark out of Vacaville, California, about 25 minutes outside of Sacramento. I know they have a nice outlet mall there. Now Rowan-Horst ready, and the pitch to Clark. Fastball strike, and the count's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Well, we're not really a threat to be running at first, other than the fact that everybody runs for Nashville. Just about. The 0-1. Curveball just outside at the knees, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Frank Kremblis, the manager over at third, led the Sounds to the PCL title last year when they had a very talented lineup. The 1-1. Clark takes a curveball strike at the knees, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Clark not particularly enthralled with the call, has a few words for the home plate umpire. 1-2 the count. Now Rowan-Horst ready. The pitch. Clark takes a curveball that's in the dirt, blocked nicely by Mathis, sliding across to his left. So the count evens, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sounds winning the championship last year. Sweeping Tacoma 3 straight in the finals. After Tacoma was pretty much worn out after rallying 3 straight after falling behind 0-2 to beat Sacramento in the first round. Winning the first 2 games at home, losing the first 2 games at home. And then winning 3 in a row at Sacramento. 2-2 on Clark. The entire infield now at double play depth. Rowan-Horst ready. The pitch. Swinging a high chopper over the mound. Tough play. Casey Smith charges, gloves, and throws to first for the out. Moeller advances to second on the play, but with Clark's speed, you wondered if that was going to result in any outs, as it was a high chopper over the mound. No chance for Rowan-Horst to make a play. Casey Smith, charging in and over from second base, had to do everything cleanly and did so. Any kind of a bobble or miscue there, and it was going to be safe at first. Here's Bibbs, batting .202, 3 doubles, a homer, and 6 runs batted in. Kennard Bibbs, 5'9", just 149-pounder. Out of Missouri City, Texas. The pitch, curveball, low and outside to the left-hand batter. Ball 1. A number of lefties in the lineup despite the left-handed Rowan-Horst. But then again, Frank Kremblis knows that there are no lefties in the bullpen with Nathan Bland in the starting rotation. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball in at the knees. A strike, and it's 1-1. And Rowan-Horst, being a reliever, not stretched out. Probably 5 is max. It'll be nothing but right-handed batters after that. Right-handed pitchers after that. So let's put some lefties in the lineup. Rowan-Horst ready. The 1-1. Inside with a changeup. He jackknifed to get out of the way, and the count's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Opened the season at AA Huntsville, where he hit .245. Made his AAA debut on the 18th of May as a pinch runner against Tacoma. 2-1 delivery. Strike on the outside corner at the knees, 2-2. 3 days later, got his first AAA hit, a single off of Tacoma's Bobby Livingston. Two and two the count on Bibbs. Moeller the lead at second base. 1 out. Bottom of the second, 1-0 Nashville. Rowan-Horst ready. The pitch. Change up and in. Leans Bibbs out of the way as he ducks under the pitch. So again, a full count. Rowan-Horst pitch count piling up. 3 of the last 4 batters he's faced has gone to a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Rowan-Horst ready. The payoff pitch. Curveball just missed a little bit low. Ball 4. So that's 3 walks already issued by Jonathan. And now runners are at first and second with 1 out for Chris Barnwell, the shortstop. Barnwell batting .314, 16 doubles, a triple, 3 homers, 26 runs batted in for Barnwell. He's only been back with the Sounds for 3 days now after a stint with the Brewers that didn't go all that well offensively. He had just 2 hits and 30 at-bats. An .067 average, drove in 1 run. So runners at first and second base, 1 out. The infield double play, depth the pitch. Curveball strike, 0-1. He has struggled since his return. He was batting .326, ninth in the PCL when he was promoted on June 20th. But that average has fallen 12 points since coming back. .314. Now Rowan Horst ready to glance towards second, and the 0-1 home. Fastball inside at the knees, 1-1 the count on Barnwell. Out of Jacksonville, Florida. In the outfield, pretty much straight away for the right-handed batter. Rowan Horst ready to glance towards second. The kick and the 1-1. Swinging a high pop-up. The infield fly rule in effect. The third baseman, Paskovich, is underneath it, and he'll make the catch for the out. So Moeller hangs at second base. Bibbs at first. 2 down, the top of the order now, and Zach Sorensen, who walked his first time up. And was hit in the foot by a ground ball off the bat of Brad Abernathy, which results in Zach being out. And a hit credited to Abernathy, who eventually came around to score on the misplayed fly ball into a single. So 2 on, 2 out. Sorensen, a switch hitter, batting right-handed against the lefty Rowan Horst, and the first pitch from Jonathan is chopped toward short. Ibar charges, takes a bad hop, but Eric stays with it nicely and throws to first for the out. And that retires the side. That last bounce, it stayed on the ground after that, didn't come up. But Eric able to make the adjustment and the play. No runs, no hits, a couple of walks, and 2 runners were left on base. We go to the third. It's Nashville 1, the Bees nothing on ESPN 1230.
Sir, can you hear me?
Imagine you've just been in a traffic accident.
Sir, can you hear me?
And right now, the pressure of the steering wheel against your chest is preventing you from answering this question, while your smashed door is preventing the emergency crew from providing you with the help you're very much in need of.
Okay, sir, we're going to get some equipment in here and get you out of there just as quickly as possible. We need those over here right away.
Imagine the feeling of knowing this happened because you were driving dangerously, driving when you maybe shouldn't have, or allowing yourself to be distracted. Imagine hoping you'll wake up from this nightmare, but not being able to. Imagine the flashing lights and the smell of gasoline.
Sir, can you squeeze my hand?
Now, imagine why they're not bothering to ask these questions to anyone else who was in your car. Consider this a reminder. No one understands the importance of driving safely like someone who didn't. 0 fatalities. It's a goal we can all live with.
Somebody must have been in an accident that wasn't their fault. Because Keith Barton just hit that one out of the park.
I'm Keith Barton, and I know when you've been injured in an accident, you need an attorney that will go to bat for you and get you the money you deserve. You need the money quick because you have bills to pay. So the next time you're in an accident, you know what to do. Call in the big hitter. That's me, Keith Barton. It's just that easy to pick up the phone and call us at our new number, 801-IT'S-EASY.
We go to the third inning, 1-0 Nashville. Adam Paskovich, Darren Blakely, and Tommy Murphy due up against the knuckleballer Jared Fernandez, who lost his last start, snapping a 3-game win streak at Oklahoma on the 23rd, gave up 4 runs on 7 hits, striking out 3 and walking 1 in a 4-2 loss to the Red Hawks. First pitch to Adam Paskovich, a knuckleball inside, ball 1. Adam batting .251. 10 doubles, a triple, 9 homers, 33 runs batted in. It's also time for our third inning update of the Abra scoreboard. As Paskovich on the knuckleball, pops it up into center field. Krinzel camped underneath it, now back a couple of steps, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. That'll bring up Darren Blakely, the right fielder, batting .208. 2 doubles, 2 homers, 3 runs batted in. In the PCL, in the first inning at Memphis, it's Colorado Springs 2 and the Redbirds 2. John Nelson with his 18th home run of the year with a man on for the Redbirds in the bottom half of the first. All of the rest of the action yet to get underway. Pitch on the way, knuckleball low and outside, ball 1. Sacramento at Round Rock, Albuquerque hosts Fresno, Omaha visits Tucson, Las Vegas entertains Iowa, New Orleans is at Portland, and Oklahoma is at Tacoma. There's a pitch grounded sharply but foul outside the bag at third, and the count on Blakely 1-1. Darren, like Murphy and Ibar, a switch hitter but still batting right-handed against the knuckleballer Fernandez. In the 8th at Baltimore, the White Sox 11 and the Orioles 8. That game was once 11-4. Tadahito Iguchi, Jermaine Dye, A.J. Pierzynski all with home runs. There's a knuckleball that breaks downstairs for a ball, 2-1 in the third inning at Cleveland. Seattle leads the Indians 1-0. Detroit over the Twins 3-0 in the second at Minnesota. Swing and a miss at a knuckleball, 2-2. Kansas City at Texas later on. Again, the Red Sox rally 3 in the 8th off the Angels bullpen, and then a run in the 11th inning on a game-winning RBI single by guess who? David Ortiz. The Angels lose to the Red Sox 7-6. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball to third. Down on one knee. Clark up with it. Gets up and throws to first to get Blakely by a half step. 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring us to the top of the order. And Tommy Murphy, who lined a single to left field, is first time up. Curtis Pride with a home run in that game for the Angels, his first. Hector Carrasco takes the loss. Ortiz also hit his 35th home run of the year in that game. Jared Weaver, a no decision, his first non-win in 8 starts in the big leagues. Left the game with a 5-3 lead. There's a pitch showing bunt Murphy, and the knuckleball catches the outside corner at the knee. Strike 1. And the Devil Rays rout the Yankees in New York 19-6. Sir George is happy. Oakland beat Toronto 7-4, so they leapfrog past the Angels again by a half game into first place in the American League West. The 0-1 to Murphy just outside of the knees. 1-1 the count on Tommy. National League in the second at Milwaukee. The Reds lead the Brewers 3-0. In the third at Houston, the Astros are out in front of Arizona 3-0. The 1-1 pitch, knuckleball low, 2-1 the count. At Philadelphia, the Phillies and the Marlins are tied 1-1. After 2 in Pittsburgh, the Giants and the Pirates are tied 1-1. Now the 2-1 to Murphy, swing and a miss at a knuckleball, 2-2. San Diego at Colorado later. Finals, the Mets clobber the Braves 11-3. The Cubs make it 3 in a row over the Cardinals 4-2. Greg Maddux the winner. And at Los Angeles, the Dodgers outlast Washington 7-5. 2 balls, 2 strikes the pitch. Knuckleball chopped toward short. Barnwell charges, gloves on the belt, high bounce, and flips to first, and that's 8 in a row now. Retired by Jared Fernandez. As we go to the bottom of the third, Nashville 1, the Bees nothing on ESPN 1230.
Hey, guys.
Yeah?
I'm not feeling too good.
Oh, you're looking a tad green for a raccoon.
I think it might be the taco burrito I ate.
What? Why?
It was cheap.
Well, you're paying for it now.
Oh.
Why eat junk at night when you can go to Wendy's? We make everything fresh right when you order, like our new 99-cent crispy chicken sandwich. That's right, all white meat chicken for just 99 cents.
Oh.
Why didn't you just go to Wendy's? Not too bright.
Make it a Wendy's night and do what tastes right till 2 a.m. Prices and participation may vary.
Paulie Colosimo here. Yo, along with Joey as always. So, Paulie, tell the folks why we're so excited for spring to get here.
That's easy. So we can sunbathe in our Speedos, right?
Well, I do enjoy that. And with the pecs we have, the ladies enjoy it too. But that's not what I had in mind.
Oh, well, you must be talking about grilling some of our Magnifico Colosimo sausages then.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, Paulie.
Bada bing.
When most people think about grilling, they think about chicken or steaks. But those are wimp meat.
Yeah, if you want something with real taste and real kick, you gotta go with authentic Colosimo sausages on the grill.
Oh, yeah.
Some nice thick brats, a mild Italian, Tuscan. Just thinking about it makes me saliva ache.
Yeah, some hot Italian, which kind of reminds me of us in our Speedos.
A couple of hot Italians. You got that right, Joey.
Colossimo sausage. The sausage people. Now available at Dan's, Macy's, and Smith's.
All right, we go to the bottom of the third inning. It is a 1-0 ball game in favor of Nashville. It'll be Brent Abernathy, Dave Krenzel, and Graham Coots, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, due up in the Sounds batting order. This is a Nashville ball club that has been doing it with their pitching. It is an amazing statistic in the PCL for a staff ERA to be 3.23, but that's where they are right now. Fernandez, 3 scoreless to lower his 2.41 earned run average. So here's Brent Abernathy, who reached on that single off the foot of Sorensen, stole second and scored, and when Kuntz's fly ball to center was misplayed into a single by Tommy Murphy. First pitch on the way. Abernathy takes a fastball outside, ball 1. Jonathan trying to avoid the malady that has plagued him for the first 2 batters in this game, and that is walk the leadoff man in an inning. Now the lefty ready in the 1-0. Abernathy fouls it off first base side into the seats. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on Abernathy. The win for Greg Maddux today over the Cardinals is 327th career victory. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now Rauenhorst kick and the pitch. Third ball strike on the inside corner at the knees. Maddux allowed only 1 run in 6+ innings in 95-degree muggy conditions. Now the pitch. Abernathy lines one down the left field line, but it hooks foul just beyond the Nashville bullpen. So the count holds at 1-2. So Greg Maddux 9-11. I don't know if this is an indication, but as he came off the field, a rare move on the part of Maddux. He tipped his cap to the crowd. I wonder if he knows that he's going to be dealt between now and the deadline on Monday. The 1-2 again to Abernathy. Swinging a fly ball behind first base. Tough play. Going out Morales, and it's going to drop in for a base hit. Just a little looper off the end of the bat of Brent Abernathy, and he's 2 for 2. So for the 3rd straight inning, the leadoff man is on. And in this little period of struggle for the Bees, this has been an area where the opposition has had more than their share of little flares and slowly hit ground balls that have found the open spaces. While the Bees of late have been hitting hard hit balls at people, but they've also made their own mistakes on the base paths. So runner at first base. Nobody out. The pitch to Krenzel. He shows bunt and takes low, ball 1. Dave Krenzel flied out to Tommy Murphy in center field his first time up. Avkovich in at third to guard against the bunt. Yeah, Abernathy at first already with a stolen base in this game. Rauenhorst tosses over. Time now for a look at this State and Salt Lake PCL history, brought to you by Med1 Medical, the exclusive provider of Sleep Smart Gold. Well, it was on this date in the first season, 1994, the most lopsided game in franchise history took place. Toss to first, and the runner is back as the Buzz set a franchise record for runs in a 28-3 rout of the Sky Sox at Colorado Springs. They also bang out a team record 33 hits, while Jeff Carter set an individual team mark with 6 hits as he hit for the cycle. There goes the runner. The 1-0 pitch is strike, and Mathis has no chance at all to throw out the base runner. As Abernathy got a great jump for his 2nd stolen base of the game and his 15th of the year. So the count on Dave Krenzel now even at 1 ball and 1 strike, but now Abernathy's in scoring position. This team doesn't score a lot of runs, but they don't have to score a lot of runs. with the fine pitching that they have been getting this season. The 1-1 pitch. Grinzel shows bunt, pulls the bat back, but the curveball's in at the knees. A strike 1 and 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-0 Sounds on a first inning run. Here in the bottom of the third now. The runner at second base, nobody out. Rauenhorst ready to glance towards second on the 1-2 home. Third ball, check swing, looper foul into the seats over the third base dugout. Then last year when the Sounds swept the series at Salt Lake, they scored exactly 8 runs in all 4 games. And batted .410 in that series. Now the 1-2 to Krenzel. Swinging a foul off again to the third base side up into the seats. Last year's scores were 8-5, 8-5, 8-3, and 8-2. They outscored Salt Lake in that series 32-15 and out-hit them 66-30. Now Rauenhorst, the 1-2. Into the dirt. Good stop by Mathis, sliding across to his left, and the count's 2-2. Rauenhorst worked an inning and 2/3 in that series against Nashville. Gave up 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Clayton Andrews, Dusty Berkman, Eric Sear, and Evan Thomas all long gone. Took the losses for Salt Lake in that series. Now the pitch. Curveball, strike 3 called on the outside corner at the knees. Krenzel caught looking. First strikeout for Jonathan, and there's 1 out here in the third. That'll bring up Graham Kuntz, who hit that fly ball to center field that Murphy went back on, and then all of a sudden pulled up, reached forward, and couldn't get it as it landed in front of him, as he had gone back too far. So runner at second base, 1 out. The pitch to Kuntz. Swinging a tap foul at home plate, strike 1. We mentioned this date in Salt Lake PCL history. It was brought to you by Med1 Medical. Stop in for a free CPAP pressure check and free tubing. Med1 Medical, 10712 South 13th East in Sandy. No balls, 1 strike the count on Kuntz. Rauenhorst ready to glance towards second on the pitch home. Kuntz takes a changeup high, ball 1. 1-1 the count on the left-handed batter. Outfielder Lance Nix, who had been with Oklahoma, will join the Sounds tomorrow, part of that big Carlos Lee trade yesterday. There goes the runner for third, and the pitch is ripped towards left center field. Murphy going back. It's up there, it's out there, and it's long gone. A 2-run home run for Graham Kuntz, and it's now 3-0 Nashville. Kuntz with his 10th home run of the year and his 26th and 27th runs batted in. Now, despite the lefty-lefty matchup, Kuntz jumped all over that pitch. For Rauenhorst, that is the 9th home run that he's given up this year. So now the batter, Vinny Rottino, flied to right his first time up, hits another fly ball to right. Blakely drifting back is there, and he'll make the letter high grab for the second out of the inning. 2 outs for Chad Moeller, who walked. Again, the leadoff man has been on base every inning for Nashville, and 2 out of the 3 they've cashed in to score. For Kuntz, that is his 3rd home run out of the 10 that he has hit off a lefty. So 2 outs, nobody on, 2 in. There's a pitch in at the knees, but a little bit outside, ball 1. 1-0 the count. The pitch. Swung on and lifted foul. First base side out of play. 1-1 the count. These come into this game having lost 5 of 7 since their 5-game winning streak. But somehow they've been able to maintain their lead as Tacoma has struggled as well. There's a pitch low for a ball, 2-1. As a matter of fact, in that stretch in which the Bees have gone 2-5, they have been able to add a half game to their lead. Now the pitch. Moeller swings and pops it up foul. First base side out of play. So now the count on Moeller is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Three to nothing Sounds here in the third. Now Rao and Horst ready. The pitch. Moeller lines one foul again, slicing out of play about 10 rows deep beyond the Bees bullpen and right. The count on Moeller, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Base is empty, 2 runs in here in the third as the pitch comes home. Moeller lines one and a leaping catch by Casey Smith to his right to retire the side. Got up and reached over his head to make the backhanded grab to keep that one from heading into center field for a hit. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. As we head to the fourth, it's now Nashville 3, the Bees nothing on ESPN 1230.
Zions Bank has absolutely free checking. This means it's absolutely free of hidden fees. Our absolutely free checking comes with absolutely free unlimited check writing and absolutely free online banking and bill pay. All this along with a Visa credit card, an absolutely free Visa debit card, and enrollment in Zions Cash Rewards. We appreciate you, so we want to absolutely free you from hassle with all our absolutely free branches and ATMs available throughout both Utah and Idaho. After all, when all is said and done, the best things in life are, well, family, love, and sharing. Because although our absolutely free checking is absolutely fantastic, hopefully it's not absolutely the best thing in your life.
Hi, I'm Tom Green, branch manager at the Zions Bank Freeway office. Right now, when you open a free checking account, we'll give you an absolutely free box of checks.
Zions Bank member FDIC, equal housing lender. Some restrictions apply. See branch for details. Credit approval required to obtain Visa credit card.
I was 0 for 11, and it was the year that we got Johnny Myers. And I would have fixed my bat up for him. So I'm up there the first time using the bat and pitch it through it high and inside. I duck, I got the ball, hit the bat, line drive, base hit. Then I got 199 after that.
Relive your fondest memories of Phil Rizzuto and see his Hall of Fame plaque at the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York. Visit us on the web at baseballhalloffame.org or call 888-HALL-OF-FAME.
All right, we move to the fourth inning. Bees trailing 3-0. It'll be Casey Smith, Eric Ibar, and Kendry Morales to face Jared Fernandez. Smith singled to center field into right center field on a hit-and-run play. Murphy going to third on the play. Casey, though, thrown out at second base, trying to stretch that into a double. So Jared ready, and the pitch to Casey right down the middle is striking. It's 0-1. Fernandez has retired 8 in a row since Casey singled in the first inning. Now the pitch up high for a ball. 1-1 the count on Smith. Fernandez pitched in the AAA All-Star game in 2000, representing Pawtucket when he was with the Red Sox organization. Casey swings, grounds one to short, scooped up by Barnwell to throw to first in plenty of time for the out. That time Casey got caught trying to pull a ball the outside part of the plate, and all you're going to do is hit ground balls against that knuckleball. He got the base hit in the first. He tried to go the other way with it and succeeded. Now here's Eric Ibar, who hit a sharp ground ball to third that led in Tommy Murphy being caught in a rundown between third and home. First pitch on the way, and it's a changeup, or actually a knuckleball in for a strike. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count on Ibar. Fernandez pitch Swing and a foul coming back our way just below us, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count on Ibar. We mentioned Jarrett 4-7 in his career in the big leagues. His first win in 2002 came in his second start with the Reds at Houston on the 14th of July. As Ibar taps one foul into the Nashville dugout, still 0-2. Career high in that victory, 7 innings, 8 strikeouts that he still holds. Also drove in his first career major league run in that game. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Ibar lines one into left center field, a base hit. Krinzel over to cut it off and hold Ibar to a single. Hit number 3 for the Bees, and that one snaps the run of Fernandez at 9 in a row retired. Brings up Kendry Morales, who bounced out to the second baseman Sorensen his first time up. His sack went far to his right, backhanded the ball behind second base, and then Shed and made a nice throw over to first base for the out. Again, with a left-handed batter up at Morales, the third baseman Clark playing about 25 feet off the bag. Knuckleball strike on the inside corner at the knees, and the count's 0-1. The shortstop Barnwell about 4 steps away from being directly behind second base. Now Fernandez ready. The turn and the toss to first, and Ibar is back. Nothing in 1 the count. Out. Jared ready, and the knuckleballer deals. Morales lines one the other way into left field, a base hit. Played on the roll out there by Bibb. Ibar trying for third, the head first dive, and he's out. Another bad base running play, a base hit to left field with the play in front of you, and you're not running on the pitch. 7-5 on the putout. As the Bees continue to run themselves out of innings. Here's Mike Elward, who grounded out to short. At some point in time, you have to put a leash on these guys and say, hey, let's play it conservatively for a while. Knuckleball strike 0-1. Fernandez is pitching extremely well this year. Doesn't need to continue to get the help of the base running mistakes. The 0-1 fastball this time. This is outside of the count on Elward. 1 ball, 1 strike. The infield double play depth. The pitch. Elward takes inside at the belt. 2-1 the count. Big hole on the right side of the infield for Elward to drive it through. As Sorensen is shaded up the middle, maybe about 4 steps away from being directly behind second base. And you've got the first baseman Abernathy holding Morales out at first. Now the pitch. Elward grounds one to third and foul just outside the bag. That evens the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So the Bees not helping themselves in their efforts to avoid a 6th loss in their last 8 games. Can only hope for help from the opponents of Tacoma and Portland for so long. There's a knuckleball in the dirt, and that fills the count on Elwood, 3-2. At some point in time, you have to be able to help yourself. Again, this is the same stretch where they shot themselves in the foot last season. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that retires the side. No runs, 2 hits, 1 runner left on base as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Nashville 3, the Bees nothing on ESPN 1230.
When it's time for your next set of tires, do you want the tire with the best warranty in the business? Then you should head to Big O Tires. When it's time for your next pair of Bees baseball game tickets, do you want free tickets and a chance to win $50,000? Then get to Big O Tires for an entry form and details. No purchase necessary. Big O Tires, Utah's #1 tire store.
A reputation you can ride on Big O Tires.
Hi, Stock Exchange? Hi. Can I speak with a bell ringer? Yeah, the person who rings that morning bell. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, I have an announcement to make. Oh, see, I need to tell everyone on the exchange floor that I'm selling my home. Yeah, that's right. I'm selling my home. Oh, well, I need the Dow to stay up. Give those stockbrokers a little added motivation, keep the economy moving so my home will sell faster. Well, it can't hurt.
Okay, so you can't influence the economy, but choosing a Coldwell Banker residential brokerage agent will help you get the best price for your home, no matter what the market conditions are. Coldwell Banker agents are the most well-trained real estate professionals in the business. They're at the cutting edge of local and national market trends. They use the most advanced marketing tools in the industry, and they specialize in strategically positioning your home so it sells on your terms. Get every advantage when you sell your home.
Yep, still me. Still holding for that bell ringer person.
Call a Coldwell Banker professional in your neighborhood or visit utahhomes.com. Coldwell Banker Residential Brokerage is owned and operated by NRT Incorporated.
Bottom of the fourth inning, 3-0 Nashville. It'll be Jermaine Clark, Kennard Bibbs, and Chris Barnwell, the bottom third of the Nashville order, to face left-hander Jonathan Rauenhorst. Jermaine Clark grounded out to the second baseman Smith. Casey making a nice play on a slow high hopper on the infield. Don't forget, when the Bees return home, watch for the Albertsons triple play for charity. If the Bees pull off a triple play at home, as they did on May 1st against Las Vegas, as Rauenhorst delivers to Clark inside, ball one. Albertsons will donate $1,000 worth of groceries to the Utah Food Bank. Albertsons, a proud sponsor of the Salt Lake Bees. The line in the 1-0. Fastball upstairs again, ball two. 2-0 the count on Clark, as Rauenhorst delivers. Breaking ball, and at the knees, a strike, and it's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 3-0 Sounds. A run in the first and 2 in the third for Nashville on a home run by Graham Kuntz. The 2-1 to Clark. Fastball belled high, but in tight. Ball 3. 3-1 the count. Now Rauenhorst, that big leg kick, the 3-1 pitch. Grounded to the right side. Casey Smith handles the third hop and flips to first. And for the first time in the ball game, the Bees retire the leadoff hitter for the Nashville Sounds. 1 away. So here's Kennard Bibbs, who walked in the second inning but was left at first base. The Bees back home Wednesday as they open up an 8-game homestand with a 4-game series against the Albuquerque Isotopes, AAA affiliate of the Florida Marlins. First pitch on the way to Bibbs. Down the middle is Strankin. It's 0-1. Again, next Friday and Saturday, the return of the Chicken for the first time since the AAA came back to Salt Lake. The 0-1. Bibbs swings and misses at a breaking ball in the dirt. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. So make plans to get your tickets now at Franklin Covey Field for the famous Chicken, the mascot that started it all. That'll be on Friday, August 4th, and Saturday, August 5th at Franklin Covey Field. The 0-2 to Bibbs. Third ball into the dirt. This time Bibbs didn't go after it, and the count's 1-2. Box office open on Monday and Tuesday before the homestand, 8:30 to 5:30. The 1-2 from Rauenhorst. Bibbs swings, and it's a high bouncer to the right side, fielded by Smith. Casey flips to first, and it's 2 up, 2 down. Brings up Chris Barnwell, the shortstop. Pops up to the third baseman, Adam Pavkovich. His first time up. Yeah, the Isotopes will be in for 4. Then an off day next Sunday before the Round Rock Express make their first ever visit to Franklin Covey Field. First pitch on the way, and Barnwell takes a curveball low, ball one. Want to know the count on the right-handed batter, Chris Barnwell. Now the line by Rowenhorst, the pitch. Fastball lined into right field, a base hit. Blakely over to cut it off before it can go to the corner, holding Barnwell to a single. Hit number 5 in the ball game for the Sounds. So Barnwell's at first with 2 out for Zach Sorensen. Walked in the first and grounded out to Ibar in the second inning. Zach playing with his son Jax before the game. Boy, he's grown since last year. Sorensen says the Twins are doing well. And he had that 6 weeks that he missed because of the bicep tendonitis. Something you normally see with a pitcher as the toss to first sends Barnwell back to the bag. Frank Krembliss, the manager of the Sounds, coaching at third. Longtime Major League outfielder Gary Pettis, the hitting coach here, coaching at first. Barnwell the lead at first, and Rowenhorst delivers a pitch out, snap throw to first base, and Barnwell just gets the right foot in ahead of the tag of Morales. Ball one the count. Barnwell 9 out of 12 in the stolen base department. Wouldn't be surprised to see him go if he reaches. He's in scoring position. If not, Frank Krembliss has his leadoff hitter Sorensen starting off the 5th inning. Now Rowenhorst ready, and the move to first base sends Barnwell back. The Sounds already 2 out of 2 in the stolen base department tonight, both by Brent Abernathy. One ball, the count on Sorensen. Again, the lob over to first sends Barnwell back. A runner at first base, 2 out. Now Sorensen awaits the pitch. That's a fastball strike on the outside corner, just under the belt, 1-1. Sorensen has played second base, shortstop, third base, and right field for the Sounds. Hit .303 last year for the Stingers. Now Rowenhorst ready. The glance towards first, the 1-1 home. Sorensen loops one into shallow right center field. That's got a chance to drop, and Casey Smith had it in his glove. Darren Blakely runs into him, charges it free. Here comes the runner around the third, and Barnwell scores. That'll likely go as a bloop double for Sorensen. Casey Smith made an unbelievable over-the-shoulder catch on his knee. But then Darren Blakely coming in from right field, undercut him and jarred the ball free. 4-0 Nashville. All this happening after 2 out and nobody on base. Just a little flare, and again, Casey Smith making a great play, but Blakely took his legs out from under him as Blakely slow to get up, now trying to walk it off. His trainer Armando Rivas is out there. And now Matt Wilhite from nearby Franklin, Kentucky starts to loosen up. Well, looks like Blakely's going to stay in the ball game, but now it is a 4-0 Nashville lead. These, so far in this game, looking like a team that didn't get into Nashville until about 2:30 in the morning last night. So Sorensen at second base, 2 outs. Here's Brent Abernathy, 2 for 2 with a pair of singles, one of the infield variety of the ground ball that hit Sorensen in the foot, the other a blooper into right field. He hasn't hit the ball hard, but he's got 2 hits to show for his efforts, and he has come around to score twice. Pitch on the way, fastball strike, 0-1. I would say, with the score of 4-0, that Jonathan Raulenhorst deserves a better fate in this one. Probably should just be a 2-0 ball game. Abernathy, 2 for 2, came into this game with only 4 hits in his last 30 at-bats. Veteran infielder, as Raulenhorst delivers, it's line to center field. Murphy back is there, and he'll make the fill of the cap high catch to retire the side. Abernathy finally hits the ball hard, but gets nothing for his efforts, but an at-bat. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. 1 left, we go to the 5th. Nashville 4, the Bees nothing on ESPN 1230.
If you're in the market for a home theater system or new TV, RC Willey is the only place to shop. No one has a larger selection of complete home theater systems, high-definition big screens, flat panel LCD, and plasma TVs. Items are in stock for same-day delivery. Choose from the name brands you prefer, including Sony, Panasonic, Samsung, Mitsubishi, and Toshiba. Come in today and find out how you can pay 0 interest for 12 months on purchases of $4.99 or more. RC Willey, one place, so many possibilities.
Next.
Hi, I'd like 3 pounds of fresh salmon, and can you cut me a couple of T-bone steaks about 2 inches thick?
Yes, ma'am. Say, anyone ever tell you you look like Patricia Heaton?
Oh, thank you. She's gorgeous.
Yeah. Hey, can we marinate your steaks while you shop and suggest a recipe for the salmon?
Ooh, you had me at marinade. Thanks.
Oh, now I know who you are.
Hi, I'm...
the driver of my kid's school bus.
That's me.
Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Oh, hi, Miss Heaton. Need help selecting produce?
Do you have any good cooking ideas for mushrooms and tomatoes?
How about pan-seared portobellos and roasted romas?
That sounds good.
Of course, you could saute shiitakes and terrine tomatoes, or braise the buttons and bake some beefsteak.
No more calls. We have a winner. You know your stuff.
I try. We do carry over 300 different kinds of fruits and vegetables.
You've been very helpful. How are you with auditions?
For quality and selection, Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
We go to the 5th inning. It's been a sloppy game for the Bees, and they trail it by a score of 4-0. It'll be Jeff Mathis, Jason Espino, and Adam Pavkovich, the 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up for the Bees here in the 5th inning. Some defensive lapses and some horrible base running have added up to a 4-zip Nashville lead. Here's Jeff Mathis. Grounded out to Clark at third his first time up. Takes a knuckleball in for a strike, 0-1. But still plenty of time for the Bees to try to turn things around here. Fernandez pitch outside, ball 1. But again, Fernandez has been outstanding this year for Nashville, as has the entire pitching staff. They are tied for the league lead with 10 shutouts, along with Round Rock and the Bees staff. 1-1 pitch on the way. Strike on the outside corner, 1-2. The Bees had a chance for that 11th shutout the other night in Memphis, only to give up a run in the 9th inning in a 6-1 win. Now the pitch. Up high for a ball. 2-2 the count on Mathis. 5th inning, middle of the game reset at the Nashville defensive alignment. Kennard Bibbs, Dave Krinzel, Vinny Rottino in left, center, and right. The 2-2 to Mathis inside as he jumps back out of the way of ball 3. 3-2 the count. Jermaine Clark at third, Chris Barnwell at short. Zach Sorensen at second, Brett Abernathy at first. The battery of Jared Fernandez pitching. Chad Moeller catching. 3-2 to Mathis, swung on. Popped up towards short left, backpedaling out. The shortstop Barnwell's there, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. Brings up Jason Espino, retired. A little one-hopper that Fernandez came off the hill on and fielded about halfway between the mound and the first base line, eventually flipping to first for the out. So 1 down, base is empty. First pitch to Espino, and it's in for a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count on Jason. The pitch, swing and a foul, back to the screen, 0-2. Fernandez, first outing in the big leagues this year was on April the 9th against the Diamondbacks. Gave up 3 runs, all earned on 3 hits in 2 innings. Now the pitch. Swing at a high chopper, left side. Clark, the third baseman, tries to scoop it up and knocks it all the way to the first base line. A Speedo safe as Clark cut in front of the shortstop Barnwell, who might have been able to make the play a lot easier in that situation, but Clark cutting across took a swipe at it with his glove, and it went all the way over towards the first baseline. A Speedo being given credit for a single on that. Hit number 5 for the Bees, and that'll bring up Adam Pavkovich, who flied out to Krinzel in center field his first time up. Then on the 16th of April, a week later, Jarrett gave up a run on 2 hits against the Mets in 2/3 of an inning. There's a pitch, a knuckleball high off the glove of Moeller, and that will allow a Speedo to go to second base on a pass ball. 1-0, the count on Pavkovich. He came back down to Nashville, rejoined the Brewers later, and on May 7th at Los Angeles gave up 2 runs on 2 hits in an inning, including a home run. And then in his final big league appearance so far this year, on May the 11th at San Diego, here's a pitch looped into right field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. They're going to put the stop sign up for a Speedo at third. And now runners are at the corners with 1 out as Pavkovich hit a little looper that landed on the lawn in right center. So Pavkovich still batting .500 on this road trip, 6 for 12 now, and that'll bring up Darren Blakely, who bounced out to Clark at third his first time up. In that 2 2/3 innings at San Diego, Jarrett gave up 1 run on 4 hits with a strikeout, but has been with Nashville ever since. 34-year-old right-hander who recently recorded his 1,000th minor league career strikeout and 100th minor league victory, both coming in the same game, July 5th at Memphis. His 1,000th strikeout victim was Timo Perez. Pitch to Blakely, swung on, and a high fly ball left field. Bibbs near the line, into foul territory, makes the catch. A Speedo tags at third. He will score. Throw to second. Pavkovich tags up and advances there. It's a sacrifice fly and a run batted in for Darren Blakely, and the Bees are on the board. It's now 4-1 in favor of Nashville. And with a runner at second, 2 out, Tommy Murphy will be the batter. He is singled and grounded to short. So the Bees on the board, trailing 4-1 now. Earlier this year, Jarrett had a start in which on June 5th against Albuquerque worked at only 2 days rest, as a knuckleballer can, and allowed just 1 run on 3 hits over 7 innings. He was not involved in the decision, however, throwing 95 pitches in the process. First pitch to Murphy, knuckles down low, ball 1. It'd be big if Tommy could pick up the 2-out base hit here and bring home another run. Fernandez ready, and the 1-0. Murphy tries to check his swing on a knuckleball, can't do it, and the count's even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Over his last 8 starts coming into this game, Fernandez with just a 1.53 ERA while going 5-2. Struck out 37 and walked 2 during that stretch. Make that 3 walks. And he's not walked a batter yet in this game. He has struck out 1. Now the 1-1 to Murphy. Knuckleball outside, knocked down by the catcher Moeller. 2-1 the count as that one nearly crossed him up. Two and 1 the count on Tommy. Two outs, a runner at second base. Fernandez pitch. Murphy takes a fastball down the middle for a strike, and it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Greer Stadium in its second to last season with that 150-foot long scoreboard out in left in the shape of a guitar. Now the 2-2. Outside, ball 3. Fills the count on Murphy at 3-2. As usual, many lights are out. A new ballpark being constructed downtown, as we mentioned, across the river from the Titan Stadium. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch to Murphy. Knuckleball is popped up into center field. Krinzel, the center fielder, jogging in, now stops and makes the catch to retire the side. The Bees do get on the board 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner was left on the base paths. We're halfway through the scheduled 9-rounder. It's Nashville 4, the Bees 1 on ESPN 1230.
Troy and Donnie's Taste Buds have just finished a Major League Baseball helmet Sunday at Wiener Schnitzel. And here's one taste bud, the play-by-play recap.
We started out with a cherry and some serious whipped cream. And then the Tasty Free soft serve hit us full on. We brought it back with the hot fudge. And then at the bottom of the helmet, everything came together, and we finished strong.
Enjoy your own baseball helmet Sunday, served in your favorite team's helmet. Collect all 30 teams while they last at Wiener Schnitzel, where we're pushing the boundaries of taste. Offer good for a limited time only at participating locations.
Okay, you guys, time for bed.
Daddy, take me right to the bedroom. No, no.
All right, both of you hop on. Oh, man, you guys are getting heavy.
Daddy, you sound like a piggy.
I'm not a piggy. I'm a dinosaur.
No, dinosaurs sound like this. You sound like this.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out.
There are moments that make life meaningful.
Mommy, Daddy's a piggy.
Well, he's a cute little piggy.
One seriously out of shape piggy.
At Select Health, we want to help you enjoy each one. With our health and wellness programs, we're striving to help you and your family stay fit and healthy and be right there with you as life unfolds.
Look, Mommy, the piggy's jumping on the bed.
Daddy's starting a new exercise program.
You know what they say, when pigs fly.
Good one.
Yeah, I'm too tired to be funny. I gotta sit down.
To learn how we're working to make healthcare simpler, visit selecthealth.org. Select Health. Simply there.
All right, we head now to the bottom of the 5th inning, and a new pitcher, Matt Wilhite, on for the Bees. So Wilhite on for the 39th time this year in 58 and 2/3 innings. He's given up 53 hits, 26 runs, 24 of them earned. Struck out 24, walked 18. He's won 5 and lost 2 with a 3.68 earned run average. The PCL batting .245. Against right-hander Matt Wilhite. Matt Wilhite getting a nice hand again. The Wilhite fan club down the first base side from our press box location. Now the pitch. Fastball, and it's high. Ball 1 to Krinzel, who's fly to center and taking a call, 3rd strike. Now the pitch. Fastball ripped foul down by the Bees bullpen along the right field line, and the count on Krinzel is even at 1 ball, 1 strike. The line on Jonathan Rauenhorst, 4 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs all earned. 3 walks, 1 strikeout. Wilhite ready, and the 1-1 to Krinzel. Fastball inside at the knees, ball 2, 2-1 the count. And Rauenhorst should have only given up 2 runs, but a misplay of a base hit allowed a run to score in the first. There's a pitch grounded sharply foul in between the coach's box and the bag at first, 2-2 the count. And the run he gave up in the 4th should not have scored. It appeared Casey Smith had made an over-the-shoulder catch, but had his feet taken out from under him by the right fielder Darren Blakely, jarring the ball free. But as it stands, it's 4-1 Sounds here in the 5th. The 2-2 to Krinzel. Swung on and sliced towards left, racing towards the line. Jason Espedo is there, and he'll make the catch for the out. 1 away. That'll bring up Graham Kuntz, who launched one probably in the neighborhood of about 440 to left center field his last time up. Our 5th inning, middle of the game reset of the Bees defensive alignment. Jason Espedo in left. Tommy Murphy in center. Darren Blakely in right. Adam Papkovich at 3rd. Eric Ibar at short. Casey Smith at 2nd. Kendry Morales at 1st. Matt Wilhite pitching. Jeff Mathis catching. There's a fastball inside. Ball 1. The left-handed hitting Graham Kuntz. Want to know the count as Wilhite deals. Low and outside. A ball. 2-0 the count. Matt with that herky-jerky motion. Given up runs in his last 2 outings. One of those last Sunday in that debacle against Tucson. Now the pitch. Swing and a foul back to the base of the screen. Gave up a run on 2 hits on the 26th in Memphis. Walked 2, did not strike out anybody. Gave up the run that spoiled the shutout bid that night. The pitch. Change up strike on the outside corner to Denise. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count on Kuntz. We mentioned former PCL MVP with Sacramento. Although I have to admit I did not vote for him that year. The pitch, the fastball, strike 3 called right down the middle. First strikeout for Will Height, the second for Bees pitching in the ball game. That'll bring up Vinny Rottino, who's twice flied out to Darren Blakely in right field. I believe that year I voted for Termel Sledge, who had a big year for Edmonton. Had a much higher batting average, but everybody was looking at the homers at RBI. Kuntz spent half the season as the DH as well. Sledge a good outfielder defensively. Pitch on the way. Fastball down the middle for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count. Now Will Height ready, the pitch. Swinging a roller towards short. Charging Ibar, gloves, throws on the run, and in time for the out to retire the side. And for the first time in the ball game, we have ourselves a Keith Barton and Associates 1, 2, 3 innings. It's just that easy. After 5 complete in Nashville, it's the Sound 4, the Bees 1 on ESPN 1230.
Hi, evening news? It's the anchorman there. The guy who reads the 6 o'clock news. Yeah, the blonde guy. Well, I need him to mention that I'm looking for a home. Yep, the new home. Well, that way, anyone selling in the area can call me, and we can work out a viewing around my schedule. Yeah, and I'm only available Sunday between 2 and 4. You haven't mentioned that, would you? Thanks.
You don't need to make an announcement when you're looking for a home to buy. Coldwell Banker Residential Brokerage makes it easy to find open houses and a range of styles and prices, including new construction, giving you every advantage in finding a home. You can access information about our open houses on our website. And the more homes you view, the more likely you are to find the one that's absolutely perfect for you. If you're already searching for a home, thinking about buying, or just interested in the local real estate market, go to utahhomes.com today.
No, I'm holding for the anchorman.
To find the open houses you want to see this weekend, visit utahhomes.com. Coldwell Banker Residential Brokerage is owned and operated by NRT Incorporated.
My fellow pirates, it's time. What are you talking about? He's always making these big promises. McDonald's makes it easy for you to find fortune. Just check out Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean. Dead Man's Chest now in theaters. Then get a Big Mac sandwich. Peel the tab. Find the code and you could win great riches. Like a new Volvo. It's easy to win. I'm not it.
No purchase necessary. Open to legal residents of the U.S., Puerto Rico, and Canada. 13 or older. Game until 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:30-106. A while distribution supplies last. Car game until 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:30-106. See official rules inside participating McDonald's or at playitmcd.com for complete details. Void where prohibited.
We go to the 6th inning. Bees trailing 4-1. It'll be Casey Smith, Eric Ibar, and Kendry Morales due up. The 2, 3, and 4 hitters in Brian Harper's batting order. Casey Smith has singled, but was thrown out trying to stretch it into a double, and he's bounced out to short. It's also time for our 6th inning update of the Abra scoreboard. As Casey Smith starts things off here in the 6th inning. First knuckleball from Fernandez, dances down and outside, ball 1. 1-0 the count to the right-handed batter. Now the pitch, swung on, smash down the left field line, past the diving Clark, giving Chase Bibbs. It rolls all the way into the left field corner by the 327 side, and Casey's hit to second base with a leadoff double. As he continues to add to his career best season in 2 base hits, that's his 23rd. So runner at second, nobody out for Eric Ibar, who's 1 for 2. Single to center his last time up, but was thrown out. Trying to go from first to third on a base hit to left by Kendry Morales. The Bees must have awakened the Memphis bats. After Wednesday's game, they were hitting just .237 as a team. Win a couple of games, raise their average to .240 as Ibar shows bunt and takes low ball 1. And tonight they've scored 8 runs on 11 hits in 3 innings. They lead Colorado Springs 8-2. Home runs for John Nelson and Sean Garrett. Fernandez ready, the 1-0. Knuckleball up and in, 2-0 the count. Sacramento at Round Rock, no score in the second inning. Later on, Fresno at Albuquerque. Omaha at Tucson. Las Vegas hosts Iowa. New Orleans visits Portland, and Tacoma plays host to Oklahoma. In the American League, after 6 at Cleveland, the Mariners lead the Indians 2-1. How about that last night? Cleveland beat Seattle 1-0 on a home run by the longtime minor league player for Seattle, Shin-Soo Choo, went over to Cleveland in the trade for Ben Broussard. At Minnesota in the 6th, the Tigers lead the Twins 6-2. Curtis Granderson has homered for the Tigers. Justin Morneau with his 28th of the year for the Twins. Now the 2-0 to Ibar. Swinging a foul. That one rattling off the mask of the catcher, Chad Moeller. And the count's 2-1. That probably jarred a few molars loose. Bottom of the second in Texas. Gerald Laird and Mark DeRosa have homers to give the Rangers a 2-0 lead over Kansas City. Again, Boston in 11 beat the Angels 7-6. David Ortiz, the game-winning RBI single. Now Fernandez ready, the 2-1. Fastball outside, 3-1 the count. Curtis Pride hit a 2-run homer in the 7th. At the time, gave the Angels a 5-3 lead. He replaced Vladimir Guerrero, who was complaining of fatigue. 3 balls, 1 strike, the pitch. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of the catcher Moeller, and that fills the count at 3-2. That for Curtis, his first major league home run since he hit one for the Yankees against the Red Sox in July of 2003. Of course, Curtis played here in Nashville for the 2002 season. 3-2 the count on Ibar. The pitch swung on, little flare into right field. That's got a chance to drop, and it does in front of Rotino for a base hit. Casey Smith will stop at third base. So now runners at the corners with nobody out for Kendry Morales, and suddenly the Bees have the potential tying run at the plate. Kendry 1 for 2 with a line single to left his last time up. Toronto jumped out to a 4-0 lead in the first on a grand slam by Troy Gloss, but the A's came back to beat the Blue Jays 7-4 and reclaim first place in the American League West by a half game over the Angels. Tampa Bay clobbers the Yankees in New York 19-6. Here's a pitch. Morales swings and lifts a high drive to right field. Rotino going back to the wall. It's up there, it's out there, and it's off the base of the fence. In to score Smith. Ibar being held up at third as the throw cut off in the middle of the diamond. That one just missed, leaving the yard. Kendry Morales with a double. And now it's a 4-2 game with runners at second and third and nobody out. Morales' 10th double and his 31st run batted in. Ibar couldn't quite break right away, just in case that ball was going to be caught. Racino tried to get there, but just couldn't. So now, Mike Elward at the plate, 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout with a potential tying run in scoring position out at second base. White Sox outlasted Baltimore 13-11. Don Garland, the winner, now 11-3. Runners at second and third. The pitch to Elward. Lined in the left field, a base hit. That's headed into the left field corner. Ibar will score. Morales in behind him as Elward chugs into second base with a 2-run double, and the Bees have come back to tie it at 4-4. 4 straight hits, 3 of them doubles to open up the 6th inning. And still nobody out. That'll bring up Jeff Mathis, who's 0 for 2. As the catcher Moeller out to talk with Fernandez. Elward with his 16th double and his 35th and 36th runs batted in. So now the Bees have the potential go-ahead run at second base with nobody out, and Mathis at the plate. Fernandez ready, the pitch. Swinging a chopper to the right side, backhanding the first baseman Abernathy, races to the bag and just gets there ahead of Mathis for the out. But on the play, Elward advances to third. As Jared late getting over there, so Abernathy had to take it himself, sliding feet first into first base to get there ahead of Mathis. But now here's Jason Espedo 1 for 2, just a healthy fly ball away from giving the Bees the lead here. In the meantime, a right-hander, Steve Bray, starts to loosen up in the Nashville bullpen. The infield in all the way around with a runner at third, 1 out. Swinging a ground foul into the seats over the Bees dugout at first, strike 1. In that Tampa Bay 19-6 win over the Yankees, they scored in every inning but the first and ninth. Not much to open with, not much to close with, a whole lot in between. Now the 0-1. Espedo swings and misses over a knuckleball, 0-2. Go ahead run at third with 1 out. Fernandez ready. The 0-2 to Espedo. Misses low and away with a knuckler. 1-2 the count. Obviously, Chad Moeller has to be on his toes behind the plate. Likewise for Mike Elward at third base rather. Knuckleball can dance back to the screen and possibly bring home the run. The 1-2 pitch, Espedo swings and golfs it into center field. It'll be deep enough to score the run. Krenzel back to make the catch, but tagging at third is Elward, and here he comes with the go-ahead run, and the Bees, with a 4-run 6, now have a 5-4 lead. Jason Espedo driving in his 15th run as he went down, got the barrel of the bat on that low knuckleball, and hit a 9-iron out of the center field. So nobody on base with 2 outs and 4 runs in for the Bees. First pitch to Pavkovich is outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Fernandez pitch inside a fastball, and that evens the count at 1-1. And the first 4 batters all with hits in this inning, 3 of them doubles. The 1-1 pitch, fastball into the letters, a strike 1-2. Top of the 5th inning at Milwaukee. The Brewers, the parent club of the Sounds, tied up with Cincinnati 3-3. Now the pitch, knuckleball lined over second base and off the glove of Zach Sorensen into center field. Tracking it down is the center fielder Krenzel as that went a little looping liner. Zach timed his leap, jumped up there, but just couldn't quite get there. So Pavkovich has his second hit of the ball game, and that'll bring up Darren Blakely, who drove in a run last inning to put the Bees on the board with a sacrifice fly. After 6.5 at Houston, the Astros lead the Diamondbacks 3-1. Craig Biggio with his 11th home run. Knuckleball to Blakely outside. Ball 1. Bottom of the 6th at Philadelphia. The Phillies whipping Florida 10-3. Chase Utley's extended his hitting streak to 29 games. There goes the runner. The 1-0 pitch is high, and Pavkovich fields second base without a play as he got a huge jump on that one. So now he's in position for a possible Geico Insurance run of the game. First time the Bees score a run to add to a lead after the 5th inning. Geico Insurance donates $25 to the Air Force Fund. Check your yellow pages to call your local Geico office today. The 2-0 pitch is fouled back into the screen, 2-1. So far this season, there have been 42 Geico Insurance runs, making the total donation $1,050. At Pittsburgh in the 6th, the Pirates lead the Giants 4-2. Bottom of the 3rd in Denver, no score, the Padres and the Rockies. Pavkovich the lead at second base, the 2-1. Blakely swings and grounds one into left field, a base hit. Here comes Pavkovich around third. Pitch comes up throwing, but it's going to be offline. And in to score is Adam Pavkovich to make it a 6-4 ball game. A 5-run 6th inning for the Bees. So Blakely drives in his 2nd run of the game and his 5th in a Salt Lake uniform. And Frank Kremlis, the manager now for the Sounds, making his way out to the mound. That may be all for Jared Fernandez, who had pitched well. The only run he had given up through 5 innings was unearned, but the Bees getting to him here in the 6th, and that's going to be all for Jared Fernandez, who gets a nice hand as he walks off the field. A new pitcher coming on, Steve Spray. We'll tell you all about him after this 1-minute timeout for a pitching change on ESPN 1230.
At Abra Auto Body and Glass, we know how much you count on your vehicle. So when it needs repairs, body work, or a new windshield, where should you take it? Go to America's most recommended name in damaged vehicle repair. That's right. In an independent nationwide customer satisfaction survey, Abra Auto Body and Glass was the company most recommended to family and friends for quality of work, customer communication, and overall service. Why? Maybe it's our commitment to safety. Abra spends more to train our technicians than anyone else in the industry, and every repair meets our strict safety standards. Maybe it's our lifetime warranty that backs up all those repairs, or that Abra works with over 500 insurance companies nationwide to make your claims process a snap. Whatever the reason, Abra Auto Body and Glass is proud to be so highly regarded. Auto Body Repair of America. Abra, America's most recommended. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule an appointment.
Right-hander Steve Bray comes on for Nashville, making just his 10th appearance in the Nashville uniform. In 8 innings, he's given up 6 hits, 1 run it was earned. He struck out 3 and walked 2. Bray is 1-0 with a 1.13 earned run average. PCL batting .214 against right-hander Steve Bray. He'll inherit a runner at first base with 2 out, and Tommy Murphy will be the batter as the Bees have batted around here in the 6th inning. Bray, 6'1", 193. Start of the year at Double-A Huntsville, where in 29 games, 2 starts, he was 5-4 with 1 save and a 2.70 earned run average. His last outing was against Colorado Springs on Wednesday. Gave up a run on 1 hit with 1 walk and 1 strikeout. First pitch to Murphy. Strike at the knees, 0-1. And now with the non-knuckleball they're throwing, Murphy will bat left-handed against the right-hander, Steve Bray. Murphy at the plate, 1 strike the count. Blakely the lead at first base, and that draws a throw as Aaron dives back in safely. Bees with a 5-run 6th inning, now leading in this ball game, 6-4. This is their biggest inning runs-wise in a while. Their biggest single inning output on this road trip. The pitch. Murphy takes a breaking ball low, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Six to 4 Salt Lake. We're in the 6th inning. Now Bray ready in the 1-1. Instead, the throw to first. Blakely just gets the right hand in ahead of the tag of Abernathy. 1 ball, 1 strike. Murphy again batting left-handed. Bray, the right-hander, ready. And again the throw to first. This time Blakely is able to get back in, standing up. One and one the count. Blakely, so far in a Salt Lake uniform, has stolen a base in his only attempt. The 1-1 pitch. Murphy swings and misses out in front of a changeup. And the count's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Blakely the lead at first base. Now Bray ready. And the pitch. Blakely takes off. Murphy swings, lost one in the air. Right center field, coming in and over Krinzel, the center fielder. And he makes the catch to retire the side. But the Bees score 5 runs on 6 hits. No errors, and 1 runner was left on base. As we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, it's now the Bees 6 and Nashville 4 on ESPN 1230.
Your grandparents came here.
The long drive going, and it's a home run for Joe DiMaggio.
Your parents came here.
Here comes
Roger Maris in the score, and Cepeda pulling the second with a double.
Now it's your turn.
It's gone, and Robin Yount has hit successive home runs off two.
Cooperstown, New York. A tradition of excellence for 7 decades. Be a part of it. For information, call 1-888-HALL OF FAME.
Athletes can't perform on an empty stomach.
Strike one.
The Old Spaghetti Factory is the perfect place for your pregame and postgame feasts, team parties, and more. Fill up our delicious homemade mouth-watering dishes. No one speaks the international language of yum like the Old Spaghetti Factory. Serving the best memories in town. It's the perfect place for any occasion. And now, featuring the amazing adventures of Wally the Trolley for our guests 10 and younger. Catch a ride with Wally and his trolley trio as they explore the world. Sign up for our kids club at www.osf.com. It's safe, simple, fun, and on your next birthday, lunch is on us. Conveniently located to serve you at Trolley Square, Taylorsville, and Orem. Good food, good fun, and deliciously complete meals. The Old Spaghetti Factory is where to wind up. The Old Spaghetti Factory in Trolley Square, Taylorsville, and Orem.
We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. These are the 5-run top half of the inning and taken a 6-4 lead. It'll be Chad Moeller, Jermaine Clark, and Kennard Bibbs, the 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up for the Sounds against Matt Wilhite, who begins his 2nd inning of relief. Well, we mentioned it's been a long time since the Bees have had an inning like that, and as it turns out, I wasn't kidding. Last time they scored 5 runs in an inning was June 17th in the first game of a doubleheader against Las Vegas. First pitch on the way. A sidearm fastball misses outside at the knees. Ball 1. So that takes Rauenhorst off the hook and makes Matt Wilhite right now the pitcher of record. The 1-0 to Moeller. Into the knees. A strike, and it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 6 runs on 12 hits for the Bees. 4 runs on 6 hits for the Sounds. Pitch on the way. Sidearm breaking ball. Strike on the inside corner at the knees. 1-2. That time, Wilhite started it inside and brought it back over the inside corner. So a ball and 2 strikes the count on Moeller. Now Wilhite ready. And the sidearmer delivers. Swung on and pulled foul. Deep out of play down the left field side onto the patio porch down the left field line. 1-2 the count. Finishing up that average scoreboard, the Mets clobbered the Braves 11-3 in Atlanta this afternoon. The Cubs beat the Cardinals for a 3rd straight game, 4-2. And the Dodgers whipped Washington 7-5. Now the 1-2 again. Moeller swings and misses at a sidearm curveball that ended up about 2.5 feet outside. That leaves Chad shaking his head, going back to the third base dugout. 1 away. That'll bring up Jermaine Clark, who's been up twice, and each time he's grounded out to the second baseman, Casey Smith. 10,014 the paid attendance here on a Saturday night. First pitch to Clark. Fastball inside, ball 1. The third baseman, Pavkovich, in on the edge of the grass to guard against a potential bunt by the speedy Clark. Now Wilhite ready to pitch. Fastball in at the knees. A strike, and it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jermaine Clark awaits the pitch. Third ball, low and inside. 2-1 the count. And Clark's played in the PCL for Tacoma, Oklahoma, Portland, and Sacramento. Signed as a free agent by the Brewers back on February 1st. The 2-1 pitch way inside as Clark jackknifes to get out of the way. Ball 3. 3-1. Missed 6 weeks last year due to a fractured 5th metacarpal on his right hand when hit by a pitch by then Stinger Willie Colazzo on May the 28th. The 3-1 pitch. Breaking ball in at the knees. A strike and at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. During that time he was out, he looked ahead to the future and did some broadcast work for Sacramento when they televised some action. Here's a pitch grounded to the right side. Casey Smith charging in, gloves it on the belt high bounce and throws on the run to first for the out. So for the 3rd straight time, Clark grounds out to Casey Smith. 2 away. That'll bring up Kennard Bibbs, who has walked and grounded out to second base. And by the way, that 5th and final run for the Bees in the 6th inning was the Geico insurance run of the game. So another $25 to the Air Force Fund, courtesy of Geico. So Bibbs the batter. Another speedster, so Pavkovich is in at third to guard against the bunt. There's a sinker in at the knees, a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count on Will Height. The outfield straight away for the left-handed batter is the right-hander deals. Off speed and up a little high, I guess. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And another 5 o'clock start Mountain Time tomorrow. Pitch on the way, swinging a ground foul up the first base side. 1-2 the count. Bees will send Nathan Bland to the mound, 3-3 against left-hander Zach Jackson, 2-3. Bees haven't faced a left-handed starter for a while, but they'll face them on back-to-back nights. Zach Jackson tomorrow and Dana Eveland on Monday. The 1-2 pitch to Bibbs, sinks down low for a ball, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Will Height ready. The pitch. Into the dirt, ball 3. So for the 2nd straight batter, the count runs full at 3-2. Kennard Bibbs, outfielder out of Missouri City, Texas, awaits the 3-2 payoff pitch from Will Height. Line knocked down by Will Height. Rolls to the third baseman Pavkovich, who makes the barehand pickup and throw. Count him on a bang-bang play. As Will Height on the smash had it go off his glove, rolled toward third. Pavkovich cutting across the barehand pickup and throw to first. It looked like Bibbs had beaten it out, but DJ Rayburn brings up Bibbs to retire the side on the 1-5-3 putout. Another 1-2-3 inning brought to you by Keith Barton and Associates. As we go to the 7th, it's the Bees 6 and Nashville 4 on ESPN 1230.
Denny's works for me because I like bacon, sausage, and ham, usually at the same time. And I can get all that at Denny's for just a few bucks. I mean, you know, how many places can you still say that about? I can think of about 1.
Denny's is also the one place you can go for the new Extreme Grand Slam. It has more bacon and sausage than ever, plus 2 eggs, hash browns, and pancakes. One of 3 new Super Slams for just $5.99 each. Denny's.
Works for me.
Price and participation may vary for a limited time only.
Paulie Colosimo here. Yo, along with Joey as always. So, Paulie, tell the folks why we're so excited for spring to get here.
That's easy. So we can sunbathe in our Speedos, right?
Well, I do enjoy that. And with the facts we have, the ladies enjoy it too. But that's not what I had in mind.
Oh, well, you must be talking about grilling some of our Magnifico Colosimo sausages then.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, Paulie.
Bada bing.
When most people think about grilling, they think about chicken or steaks. But those are wimp meat.
Yeah, if you want something with real taste and real kick, you gotta go with authentic Colosimo sausages on the grill.
Oh, yeah.
Some nice thick brats, a mild Italian or Tuscan. Just thinking about it makes me saliva ache.
Yeah, some hot Italian, which kind of reminds me of us in our Speedos.
A couple of hot Italians. You got that right, Joey.
Colosimo sausage. The sausage people. Now available at Dan's, Macy's, and Smith's.
All right, we go to the 7th inning. 6-4 in favor of the Bees. And the batter, Casey Smith, on the first pitch. Pops it up Foul ground, first base side. Abernathy near the bag. Has it. One pitch, one out. Casey Smith fouls out. It was Casey who started off the 5-run rally last inning with his double to left field. By the way, that great play at the end of the 6th inning, although just about everybody, yours truly included, thinks that Bibbs was safe at first base, is our Mountains West Ranches defensive play of the game. We'll have it for you during the 10th inning show. One out, Eric Ibar, 2 for 3. First pitch on the way, swung on and popped it up. Foul ground, third base side, long run into foul territory and out of the reach of Kennard Bibbs. Came a long way for it, made a good effort at it, but could not catch up with it. So one strike to count on Ibar. Time now for our Zions Bank 7th inning game summary. For the Bees, 6 runs, 12 hits, no errors. For the Sounds, 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors. The Bees have left 4 runners on base, while the Sounds have stranded 4 themselves. Now the one strike pitch to Ibar. Low ball, 1-1 the count. Bees with 1 in the 5th, 5 in the 6th. The Sounds 1 in the 1st, 2 in the 3rd, and 1 in the 4th. 1 ball, 1 strike to count on Ibar. Bray delivers. Fastball outside, 2-1. Final line for Jared Fernandez, 5 2/3 innings. 12 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned. Struck out 1, did not walk a batter. 2 balls and a strike to count on Ibar. The pitch swung on and lifted foul. Third base side, out of play. 2-2 the count. The B's 7th inning game summary brought to you by Zions Bank. At Zions Bank, they haven't forgotten who keeps them in business. Activity beginning to stir again in the Nashville bullpen. Now Bray's pitch. Ibar swings and loops another one foul to the left of home plate. Still 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A right-hander, Christy Maria, throwing in the bullpen. For the Sounds. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count on Ibar. Bray delivers. Swinging a ground ball to short. Barnwell to his left, scoops it up and throws quickly over to first for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. Bray, since coming in, has retired all 3 batters he's faced. So 2 down. That'll bring up Kendry Morales, who doubled off the wall in right center field to drive in a run and later scored in that 6th inning. The run that he scored was the tying run. The 2 out, nobody on. Bray's pitch, and Morales fouls it back into the screen. Strike 1 in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Sounds will have Barnwell, Sorensen, and Abernathy, the 9-1 and 2 hitters, 2 up. No balls, 1 strike to count. The pitch. Outside corner, knee high for a strike, and it's 0-2. The shift is on. The third baseman Clark playing where the shortstop Barnwell would be. Morales went the other way for a base hit in the 4th inning with that alignment. Now Bray ready. The 0-2 pitch to Kendry. Swinging a ground ball, right side. Sorensen charging, gloving on the knee-high hop, and makes the underhand toss to first. And that'll do it for the Bees, who are up and down in order here in the 7th inning. Time now for the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by America First Credit Union. For any financial needs, come to America First Credit Union, where members come first. We go to the bottom of the 7th, Bees 6, Nashville 4 on ESPN 1230.
Somebody must have been in an accident that wasn't their fault. Because Keith Barton just hit that one out of the park.
I'm Keith Barton, and I know when you've been injured in an accident, you need an attorney that will go to bat for you and get you the money you deserve. You need the money quick because you have bills to pay. So the next time you're in an accident, you know what to do. Call in the big hitter. That's me, Keith Barton. It's just that easy to pick up the phone and call us at our new number, 801-IT'S-EASY.
Zions Bank has absolutely free checking. This means it's absolutely free of hidden fees. Our absolutely free checking comes with absolutely free unlimited check writing and absolutely free online banking and bill pay. All this along with a Visa credit card, an absolutely free Visa debit card, and enrollment in Zions Cash Rewards. We appreciate you, so we want to absolutely free you from hassle with all our absolutely free branches and ATMs available throughout both Utah and Idaho. After all, when all is said and done, the best things in life are, well, family, love, and sharing. Because although our absolutely free checking is absolutely fantastic, hopefully it's not absolutely the best thing in your life.
Hi, I'm Tom Green, branch manager at the Zions Bank Freeway office. Right now, when you open a free checking account, we'll give you an absolutely free box of checks.
Zions Bank member FDIC, equal housing lender. Some restrictions apply. See branch for details. Credit approval required to obtain Visa credit card.
We head now to the bottom half of the seventh inning. It's the B's 6 and the Sounds 4. It'll be Chris Barnwell, Zach Sorensen, and Brett Abernathy due up as Matt Wilhite begins his third inning of relief. He's had a handful of 3-inning relief outings this year, so it's not exactly uncharted territory for Wilhite, who again has not pitched since Wednesday night. Although he's gone deep in the count, really to 4 out of the 6 batters. Here's Chris Barnwell, who's 1 for 2, single to right and scored in the 4th inning. Wilhite delivers a fastball in at the knees. A strike 0-1. It was Barnwell who scored on that pop fly in short right that Casey Smith had made the over-the-shoulder catch on before the ball was jarred loose by Darren Blakely, the right fielder, coming in. As he undercut him at about the knees. The pitch on the 0-1, swung on, little looper into right, a base hit. So Chris Barnwell has his second hit of the ball game, and that's the first hit given up by Matt Wilhite tonight. So there's a runner at first base with nobody out. And the top of the order coming up for Nashville. Zach Sorensen has walked, grounded to short, and he's doubled in a run on that aforementioned pop fly. So runner at first base, nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. In at third, Pastovich, and the first pitch to Sorensen. Bunt at first base side. Hit by Wilhite. That'll be a base hit. A drag bunt by Zach Sorensen. Once he got it by Wilhite, there was no chance for Casey Smith to throw him out. And so now Wilhite in a jam with runners at first and second and nobody out. And the heart of the order is starting to come up for Nashville. Here's Brett Abernathy, 2 for 3. With a pair of singles, a pair of stolen bases, and 2 runs scored. So now here's Abernathy. Let's see if Frank Kremlis has him bunting to try to move the tying runs into scoring position. Wilhite ready. The pitch. Abernathy squares and fouls the bunt off. The shoe of the catcher, Jeff Mathis, strike 1. As that one hit him in the right foot. So no balls, 1 strike the count on Abernathy. Dave Krenzel due up. B's 6. Sounds 4, but Nashville with runners at first and second. Nobody out on a looper into right field for a base hit, and the drag bunt single by Sorensen. Both corners are in as the 0-1 pitch from Wilhite delivered, and it's bunted foul behind home plate. The count's 0-2. So now let's see if the manager Kremlis has the bunt still on with 2 strikes, or if he'll let Abernathy swing away. Matt Wilhite retired the first 6 batters he faced, but a couple of singles here in the 7th has him in a jam. No one is up in the Salt Lake bullpen. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Wilhite ready in the 0-2 pitch. Abernathy bunts. It's a fair ball. Wilhite looks to third, but his only play will be to first. And Abernathy bunted that ball in self-defense. That fastball was coming right at him. 1-3 on the put-out, but now Barnwell is at third, and Sorensen, who carries the tying run in his back pockets in scoring position at second base. So now runners at second and third, one out. Krenzel the batter. These have to be alert. Obviously, the Brewers are a National League team, and the Sounds being their affiliate, you got to watch out in this situation for a squeeze play. Even though it's your number 3 hitter in the lineup, Krenzel. Runners at second and third, one out. Will Hyatt ready, the pitch, and it's outside. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Will Hyatt walking around the side of the hill. Again, no one throwing in the Salt Lake bullpen. DeMaria still up for Nashville down the left field line. Bottom of the 7th, B6, Sounds 4. Runners at second and third, one out. The 1-0 pitch to Krenzel. The fake to third, throw to second. They've got the runner hung up between second and third. They're going to run him towards third. Now there's 2 runners. Now they're going to run a man towards the plate. Now Mathis is going to run. Throw to Ivar. Ivar now flips, and Casey Smith is there with a tag. Will Hyatt with that fake to third, whirl and throw to second base. So Barnwell is the eventual out. And good luck trying to score that one. I want to say 1-4. 2-6-4. So 2 out. Runner at third. The pitch. Krenzel rips one foul past the first base dugout. 1-1. That play has worked quite well for Mr. Will Hyatt. Sorensen at third. 2 out. We have seen the fake to third, throw to first, but Matt Wilhite is the only fake to third, throw to second base we've ever seen. 1-1 the count on Krenzel. Sorensen the lead at third. The pitch swung on and popped into right field. Blakely coming on is there, and he'll put it away, and Matt Wilhite gets out of trouble here in the 7th. No runs, 2 hits, 1 runner left on base. We go now to the top of the 8th, the B6, Nashville 4 on ESPN, 1230.
Hey, guys.
Yeah?
I'm not feeling too good.
Oh, you're looking a tad green for a raccoon.
I think it might be the taco burrito I ate.
What?
Why?
It was cheap.
Well, you're paying for it now.
Oh.
Why eat junk at night when you can go to Wendy's? We make everything fresh right when you order, like our new 99-cent crispy chicken sandwich. That's right, all white meat chicken for just 99 cents.
Oh.
Why didn't you just go to Wendy's?
Not too bright.
Make it a Wendy's night and do what tastes right till 2 a.m. Prices and participation may vary.
I was 0 for 11, and it was the year that we got Johnny Mine. And I'm going to fix my bat up for him. So I'm up there the first time using the bat and pitch it to him high and inside. I duck, I got the ball, hit the bat, line drive, base hit, and then I got 199 after that.
Relive your fondest memories of Phil Rizzuto and see his Hall of Fame plaque at the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York. Visit us on the web at baseballhalloffame.org or call 888-HALL-OF-FAME.
When it's time for your next set of tires, do you want the tire with the best warranty in the business? Then you should head to Big O Tires. When it's time for your next pair of Bees baseball game tickets, do you want free tickets and a chance to win $50,000? Then get to Big O Tires for an entry form and details. No purchase necessary. Big O Tires, Utah's #1 tire store.
A reputation you can ride on Big O Tires.
There we go, the 8th inning. B6 Sounds 4. Matt Wilhite helping himself out with that fake to third, throw to second for the pickoff. It'll be Mike Elwert, Jeff Mathis, and Jason Espedo due up here in the 8th inning. Mike with a big 2-run double in the 6th inning and later scored. The run he scored was the go-ahead run. First pitch to Mike from Chris DeMaria, who's come on, and it's a fastball strike on the outside corner at the belt, 0-1. DeMaria making his 24th appearance for the Sounds. He's 3-0 with a 2.59 earned run average. The 0-1 to Elward. Swinging a foul. Back to the screen, 0-2. 31 in the third innings. 29 hits, 12 runs, 9 of them earned. He has struck out 34 and walked 12. No balls, 2 strikes. DeMaria worked 2/3 of an inning here 2 nights ago. Walked a batter, no hits or runs allowed. Now the 0-2. Curveball into the dirt, blocked by the catcher Moeller, and the count's 1-2. Marcus Gwynn is up in the Salt Lake bullpen. 1-2 the count. DeMaria has spent time with the Brewers this year. There's a pitch missing low and inside. A ball, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, Jeff Mathis, Jason Espedo to follow. DeMaria, 10 appearances for the Brewers, 0-1 with a 5.93 earned run average. Was recalled on April the 18th and sent back down on the 25th of May. Now the 2-2. Elward swings and fouls one back into the screen. So the count holds at 2 balls and 2 strikes. DeMaria was just used in middle relief. No save opportunities for the Brewers. 2-2 delivery, and Elward lines one on 1 hop to second. Zach Sorensen to his left has it and throws to first for the out. 1 away. This Nashville bullpen has combined Steve Bray and Chris DeMaria to retire all 5 batters he's faced. So 1 out. That'll bring up Jeff Mathis, who's 0 for 3. He's grounded to third, popped to short, and bounced to first base. DeMaria primarily is set up here at Nashville as well. He's only had 1 save opportunity, and he converted it. First pitch low and outside, ball 1. Picked up by Milwaukee in a trade with Kansas City back in December for a right-handed pitcher named Justin Barnes. 1 ball, the count on the right-hand hitting Mathis as the pitch comes home. Swing and a miss to the splitter, and a strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. That 1 save is first of his professional career on July 6th at Memphis. Now the pitch, swing a chopper up the first base line. It's going to stay fair. Moeller picks it up, throws, and it hits Mathis in the leg. And the home plate umpire, Darren Hyman, quickly indicating that Mathis was legal where he was running, and so there is no interference. So runner at first, 1 out. That's going to be a throwing error on Chad Moeller. Runner at first, 1 out. That'll bring up Jason Espedo, 1 for 2. Drove in a run with a sacrifice fly his last time up. We mentioned for DeMaria that was his first career save, or I should say first AAA save of his career. He's had saves at the lower levels. That was his first AAA save. First pitch, Espedo takes low and inside, ball 1. DeMaria appeared in 8 games for Kansas City last year and went 1-0. Got his first major league win against the White Sox on September the 14th, pitching a scoreless inning and a 10-9 win over the eventual world champions. 1 ball, no strikes the count. Now DeMaria's pitch. There goes Mathis. Espedo swings and lifts it in the air to center. Grisel going back. He'll have room, and in front of the track in straightaway center, he'll make the catch for out number 2, and Mathis has to head back to first base. Jason hit it well, but to the wrong part of the ballpark. So 2 down. That'll bring up Adam Patkovich, who's 2 for 3. In the bottom of the 8th inning, it'll be Kuntz, Rotino, and Moeller. The 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up for the Sounds. Again, Marcus Gwynn getting ready in the Bees bullpen to work the bottom of the 8th. Time call is Corey Myers catching Marcus Quinn in the bullpen. Had to go retrieve the ball out in right field. Mathis safe at first on a throwing error. He's there with 2 outs, and the first pitch to Pamkovich. Adam takes a fastball outside, ball 1. Last night, the Sounds had to wait an hour to start their game due to a rain delay, and then after that, there was a 20-minute delay because a transformer blew, and that knocked out half the lights here at Greer Stadium. DeMaria ready from the belt. The kick, the 1-0. And it's a fastball outside, ball 2. 2-0 the count on Pavkovich. 2 for 3 tonight. First couple of nights ago, he had his first 4-hit game of the season. 2 balls, no strikes. Now DeMaria ready. The pitch. Fastball grounded towards third, and a diving backhand stop by Clark. Gets up, throws to first, bounces it in, and Coots with a backhand, or rather Abernathy with a backhanded pick gets the out, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's the Bees 6 and Nashville 4 on ESPN 1230.
Hi, Stock Exchange? Hi. Can I speak with a bell ringer? Yeah, the person who rings that morning bell. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, I have an announcement to make. Oh, see, I need to tell everyone on the exchange floor that I'm selling my home. Yeah, that's right, I'm selling my home. Oh, well, I need the Dow to stay up. Give those stockbrokers a little added motivation, keep the economy moving so my home will sell faster. Well, it can't hurt.
Okay, so you can't influence the economy, but choosing a Coldwell Banker residential brokerage agent will help you get the best price for your home, no matter what the market conditions are. Coldwell Banker agents are the most well-trained real estate professionals in the business. They're at the cutting edge of local and national market trends. They use the most advanced marketing tools in the industry, and they specialize in strategically positioning your home so it sells on your terms. Get every advantage when you sell your home.
Yep, still me. Still holding for that bell ringer person.
Call a Coldwell Banker professional in your neighborhood or visit utahhomes.com. Coldwell Banker Residential Brokerage is owned and operated by NRT Incorporated.
If you're in the market for a home theater system or new TV, RC Willey is the only place to shop. No one has a larger selection of complete home theater systems, high-definition big screens, flat panel LCD, and plasma TVs. Items are in stock for same-day delivery. Choose from the name brands you prefer, including Sony, Panasonic, Samsung, Mitsubishi, and Toshiba. Come in today and find out how you can pay 0 interest for 12 months on purchases of $4.99 or more. RC Willey, one place, so many possibilities.
Marcus Gwynn comes on to pitch the 8th inning for the Bees, and for Marcus, this will be his 37th appearance of the year. In 49 innings, he's given up 53 hits, 31 runs, 25 of them earned. He has struck out 36 and walked 25. Marcus 2-1 with a 4.59 ERA. He's 1 out of 2 in save opportunities, and the PCL is batting .272 against Marcus Gwynn, who worked a scoreless inning to get the win on Tuesday against Memphis. Struck out 2 and walked 1. He'll face Graham Kuntz, Vinny Rottino, and Chad Moeller here in the 8th inning. So Matt Wilhite, with a lot of folks from his nearby hometown, about a half hour away, I believe it is, in Kentucky, was outstanding, giving up 2 hits, no runs in 3 innings. He struck out 2 and did not walk a batter. So Graham Kuntz to lead it off. He's driven in 3 of the 4 runs for the Sounds, an RBI single in the first inning. And then a 2-run home run to left center in the 3rd. He struck out looking his last at bat against Wilhite. Now facing Marcus Gwynn, a couple of former River Cats who weren't teammates. And there's a fastball in at the knees, a strike 0-1. Kuntz last played there in 2004, and Marcus' first year there was 2005. 0-1 the count on Kuntz. As Gwynn deals. Swinging a ground foul outside the coach's box at 3rd, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, D6. Nashville 4 here in the bottom of the 8th. And don't forget, all Monday home games are Harmon's Family Nights with the Bees. Stop by your local Harmon store and pick up a voucher that you can take to the Bees box office and get up to 8 family members in for $16. The 0-2 to Kuntz, swinging a ground ball through the right side and into right field, a base hit. As Marcus threw 2 good of an 0-2 pitch, and Kuntz pulled it through the right side for his 3rd hit of the ball game, which now means the potential tying run is at the plate. Brings up Vinny Rotino's 0 for 3. Grounded out to short his last time up. Harmon's, your neighborhood family, or your neighborhood grocer, brings you Harmon's Family Nights, the next one on August the 7th. Against Round Rock Express, the first ever visit of Round Rock. That'll be the first game of that series. First pitch to Rotino. That's a fastball high and tight to the right-handed batter. Ball 1. Now the feeling it won't take much for Greg Jones to get up in the bullpen. 6-4 Bees here in the 8th. A runner at first, though, for the Sounds with nobody out. The infield at double play depth. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball to second. Casey's got it. Steps on the bag for 1. Throws to first for 2. Marcus gets the double play ball he needed. A 2-hopper that Casey fielded 1 step from the bag at second base and was easily able to turn 2. Fortunately for Gwynn, he went up to try to get that high bouncer, and he did not make contact with it. He could have very easily redirected that one, and it would have been a big mess on the infield. Instead, 2 outs, nobody on for Chad Moeller, who's 0 for 2. Struck out swinging last time up as Matt Wilhite made him look awkward on a sidearm breaking ball. First pitch fastball to Moeller into the knees. Strike 1. There is activity in the Nashville bullpen. As a right-hander is up, that would be Dennis Sarfate. Now the 0-1. Up high for a ball, and that evens the count on Moeller. 1 ball, 1 strike. Marcus Gwynn, third pitcher employed by manager Brian Harper tonight, as the 1-1 comes home. Swinging a foul off the screen, 1-2. Again tomorrow night, 6 o'clock start here in Nashville, so 5 o'clock Mountain Time, 4:40 with the on-deck circle. Nathan Bland, 3-3 against Zach Jackson, 2-3 in a matchup of lefties. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on Moeller. Now Gwynn ready. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball to short. Eric Ibar gobbles it up, steps and throws low into the dirt. Good scoop by Morales on a backhand swipe. And that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit. With the double play, nobody left on base. We head to the 9th. It's the Bees 6 and Nashville 4 on ESPN 1230.
Next.
Hi, I'd like 3 pounds of fresh salmon, and can you cut me a couple of T-bone steaks about 2 inches thick?
Yes, ma'am. Say, anyone ever tell you you look like Patricia Heaton?
Oh, thank you. She's gorgeous.
Yeah. Hey, can we marinate your steaks while you shop and suggest a recipe for the salmon?
Ooh, you had me at marinade. Thanks.
Oh, now I know who you are.
Hi, I'm
the driver of my kid's school bus.
That's me.
Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Oh, hi, Miss Heaton. Need help selecting produce?
Do you have any good cooking ideas for mushrooms and tomatoes?
How about pan-seared portobellos and roasted romas?
That sounds good.
Of course, you could saute shiitakes and terrine tomatoes, or braise the buttons and bake some beefsteak.
No more calls. We have a winner. You know your stuff.
I try. We do carry over 300 different kinds of fruits and vegetables.
You've been very helpful. How are you with auditions?
For quality and selection, Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Dennis Sarfate comes on now to pitch for the Nashville Sound, and so Sarfate coming out, making his 22nd appearance of the year, his first out of the bullpen. In 106 and a third innings, he's given up 109 hits, 57 runs, 45 of them earned. He has struck out 93 and walked 69. 7-6 with a 3.81 earned run average. The PCL batting .272 against the right-hander. In the meantime, for the Bees, it's not Greg Jones, but it is Chris Buchek who's loosening up in the Salt Lake bullpen. So it'll be Darren Blakely, Tommy Murphy, and Casey Smith to face Sarfate, who's getting an inning's worth of work in here rather than his in-between start effort, I would guess. Darren Blakely has driven in 2 runs tonight with a sacrifice fly in the 5th and a single in the 6th. His single drove in the 5th and final run and was our Geico Insurance run of the game. So Blakely officially 1 for 2. As he leads things off, Christy Maria. 1 inning of work, no hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. First pitch on the way to Darren, low and inside to the left-handed batter. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Now the right-hander's pitch. Blakely swings and it's a high fly ball. Center field. Krenzel going back to the warning track in front of the wall. Leaps, and does he bring it back? No! It's a home run for Darren Blakely. Just over the barrier in center field. I thought maybe Krenzel had taken it away from him. But Blakely circles the bases. His 3rd home run for the Bees. And it's now 7-4 Salt Lake. Blakely's 3rd home run in the Bees uniform. He's had himself quite a night. That brings up Tommy Murphy, who's 1 for 4. First pitch to Murphy is outside corner, knee high for a strike 0-1. For Sarfate, again making his first relief appearance. That is just his 7th home run allowed this year in 100+ innings. There's a pitch, strike on the outside corner at the knee. He's 0-2. 106 1/3 to be exact. And the 2 teams chasing the Bees, Tacoma and Portland, later on tonight. The 0-2 pitch, Murphy swings and taps it foul behind home plate. They're about a half hour away from getting started in Portland, where the Beavers host New Orleans. Likewise for at Tacoma, where the Rainiers entertain Oklahoma. 2 teams exchange visitors as New Orleans and Oklahoma passed each other on I-5 sometime in the middle of the night, I'm sure. Now the 2-strike pitch to Murphy. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Actually foul tipped it into the glove of the catcher, Moeller, for the strikeout. Sarfate, his first strikeout. That is only the 2nd strikeout for Sounds pitching in the game. As the knuckleballer, Jared Fernandez, struck out Mike Elward in the 4th inning. 1 out. That'll bring up Casey Smith, who's 2 for 4. Sarfate's pitch, and it's a fastball strike, and it's an ease, 0-1. Again, the bottom 3rd of the order, Jermaine Clark, Kennard Vibbs, and Chris Barnwell due up for the Sounds in the bottom of the 9th. The 0-1. Smith swings and lines one to right. Rotino racing back towards the track. At the corner, makes the catch for out number 2. Casey bidding for extra bases toward the right field corner. That ball slicing, but Rotino able to get a good jump on it and track it down. So 2 away. That'll bring up Eric Ibar, who's 2 for 4. So 2 out, nobody on base, a run in on the Darren Blakely home run. First pitch here to Ibar, and he lifts it foul. 3rd base side, over the stands and out of play. Strike 1. And for those of you who might just be joining us, again, Eric's name has been mentioned prominently among the trade rumors involving Miguel Tejada of Baltimore. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss to the slow curve, 0-2. He, along with Urban Santana, would go, but I think one thing they have to convince Tejada to play 3rd base because they don't want to move Orlando Cabrera. But the kind of tough to make a move with Ibar. So we shall see what happens as the trade deadline comes near. The pitch, check swing, it's in the dirt. They appeal, no swing, 1-2 the count. Trade deadline, 2 o'clock, Monday afternoon, Mountain Time. One ball, 2 strikes the count on Ibar. Seven to 4 Bs, a game they once trailed 4-0. Now Sarfate ready, and the 1-2 pitch. Ibar lines one foul, hooking down into the Bees bullpen down the right field side. So it remains 1-2 on Aaron, as the Bees have banged out 13 hits in this ball game. 1-2 the count. Now Sarfate's pitch swung on, chopped down the left field line. It's a fair ball. Over to get it is Bibbs. Ibar taking the turn, and he'll hold with a single. 2 strikes. Clark was way off the line at third, as he has been most of the night with left-handed batters. So Ibar, on a pitch on the outside of the plate, just kind of slapped at it and poked it down the left field line. So runner at first base, 2 outs. Hit number 3 on the night for Eric. Here's Kendry Morales, 2 for 4 with an RBI double on the night. That's just a good piece of hitting by Ibar. The pitch. Morales lines one foul out of play down the left field side for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Oh, and 1 the count. A runner at first base, Ibar. Wouldn't be surprised at all to see him running here. Try to get into scoring position. The pitch. Fouled off again. Back into the left of home plate. The count on Kendry, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. 7-4 Bees here in the ninth. Credit the Bees for bouncing back after a poorly played first 4 innings. Time called again as the ball gets away from the Bees bullpen down the right field line. Now everybody's set. 2 strikes the count on Morales. The pitch on the way. Into the dirt, bounces away from Moeller, and he'll track it down near the screen as Ibar's into second base with a wild pitch. And the count 1-2. Now a base hit could extend the Bees' lead to 4. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on Morales. Ibar now stretching out his lead at second base. One and two the count on Morales. Sarfate ready. The pitch. Morales swings, and it's a slow bouncer towards first. Scooped up by Abernathy. He'll take it a step to the bag. And that'll do it for the Bees in the ninth inning. 1 run on the leadoff homer by Blakely. 2 hits, 1 runner left. We go to the bottom of the ninth. It's the Bees 7, Nashville 4 on ESPN 1230.
Troy and Donnie's Taste Buds have just finished a Major League Baseball helmet Sunday at Wiener Schnitzel. And here's one taste bud. Play-by-play recap.
We started out with a cherry and some cereals with cream. And then the Tasty Free soft serve hit us full on. We brought it back with the hot fudge. And then at the bottom of the helmet, everything came together, and we finished strong.
Enjoy your own baseball helmet Sunday, served in your favorite team's helmet. Collect all 30 teams while they last at Wiener Schnitzel, where we're pushing the boundaries of taste. Offer good for a limited time only at participating locations.
Okay, you guys, time for bed.
Daddy, take me for a ride to the bedroom. No, no.
All right, both of you hop on. Oh, man, you guys are getting heavy.
Daddy, you sound like a piggy.
I'm not a piggy. I'm a dinosaur.
No, dinosaurs sound like this. You sound like this.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out.
There are moments that make life meaningful.
Mommy, Daddy's a piggy.
Well, he's a cute little piggy.
One seriously out of shape, piggy.
At Select Health, we want to help you enjoy each one. With our health and wellness programs, we're striving to help you and your family stay fit and healthy and be right there with you as life unfolds.
Look, Mommy, the piggy's jumping on the bed.
Daddy's starting a new exercise program.
You know what they say, when pigs fly.
Good one.
Yeah, I'm too tired to be funny. I gotta sit down.
To learn how we're working to make healthcare simpler, visit selecthealth.org. Select Health. Simply there.
We go to the ninth inning. Chris Butchek coming out is trying to close it out here with a 3-run lead, 7-4. It is a save opportunity. Butchek making his 31st appearance of the year, his 26th out of the bullpen. In 51 innings, he's given up 65 hits, 41 runs, 36 of them earned. He has struck out 30 and walked 27. Butchek has won 4 and lost 2. With a 6.35 earned run average, he's 0 for 2 in save opportunities this year. The PCL batting .317 against Chris. But he has thrown well of late, but he needs to get 3 outs here. It'll be Jermaine Clark, Kennard Bibbs, and Chris Barnwell due up. Clark, all 3 times he's come to the plate, has grounded out to Casey Smith at second base. First pitch from Butchek is in at the knees, a strike 0-1. Marcus Quinn, a scoreless 8th. He went 1 inning, gave up 1 hit, but that base runner erased on a double play. No walks or strikeouts. The 0-1 to Clark. Butchek delivers, and it's flat foul into the screen, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Jermaine Clark leading it off for the Sounds here in the ninth. Now Butchek into his windup, the 0-2. Just outside at the knees, 1-2 the count on Clark. 7 runs, 14 hits, no errors for the Bees. 4-9-1 for the Sounds. The 1-2 to Clark. Swing and a miss over a splitter. He struck him out. 1 down here in the ninth. 4th strikeout for Bees pitching in the game, and that'll bring up Kennard Bibbs. 0 for 2 with a walk. Again, Nashville in first place in their division, but their lead over Iowa stands at 3.5 starting the night. Iowa at Tucson this evening, a rare loss for the Sidewinders a win for the Sidewinders last night. It was 2 nights ago that Iowa beat Tucson. First pitch on the way, inside. A fastball. Bibbs back top of the way, ball 1. Bibbs called out on a bang-bang play that looked like he had beaten out on a grounder that deflected off the glove of the pitcher, Wilhite, to the third baseman, Pavkovich. There's a breaking ball, strike at the knees, 1-1. Pavkovich cutting across, made the bare hand pickup and throw to first. And apparently just got Bibbs, but it sure didn't look like it to most observers. The 1-1 pitch is down low, ball 2. 2-1 the count on Bibbs. Chris Barnwell, the shortstop, due next. Outfield shaded towards left. The 2-1 offering is inside and all the way back to the screen, and that one grazed him, according to home plate umpire Darren Hyman. And so Bibbs goes to first, hit by a pitch. Second time Bibbs has been hit this year, and that is the 5th time that Butchek has hit a batter. So 1 on, 1 out for Chris Barnwell, who's 2 for 3. Both times he's taken pitches the other way and lined them in the right field. So runner at first, 1 out. Infield double play depth. They turned 1 in the 8th inning to get out of trouble. The pitch. Swung on line, caught by Morales, tags the runner, double play, game's over. A rocket off the bat of Barnwell, but Morales right there to make the play, and then tagged out Bibbs for the double play to end the game. And the Bees with a nice comeback win here in Nashville tonight. So in the 9th inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Handshakes and high fives all around for the final score. The Salt Lake Bees 7 and the Nashville Sounds 4. The 10th inning show is next on ESPN 1230.
and the fans are headed home. Stay tuned. The 10th inning show is coming up next. You've been listening to Salt Lake Bees Baseball on your home for the Salt Lake Bees. ESPN 1230 AM.
Hi, evening news? Is the anchorman there? The guy who reads the 6 o'clock news. Yeah, the blonde guy. Well, I need him to mention that I'm looking for a home. Yep, the new home. Well, that way, anyone selling in the area can call me, and we can work out a viewing around my schedule. But yeah, and I'm only available Sunday between 2 and 4. You haven't mentioned that, would you? Thanks.
You don't need to make an announcement when you're looking for a home to buy. Coldwell Banker Residential Brokerage makes it easy to find open houses in a range of styles and prices, including new construction, giving you every advantage in finding a home. You can access information about our open houses on our website. And the more homes you view, the more likely you are to find the one that's absolutely perfect for you. If you're already searching for a home, thinking about buying, or just interested in the local real estate market, go to utahhomes.com today.
No, I'm holding for the anchorman.
To find the open houses you want to see this weekend, visit utahhomes.com. Coldwell Banker Residential Brokerage is owned and operated by NRT Incorporated.
At Abra Auto Body and Glass, we know how much you count on your vehicle. So when it needs repairs, body work, or a new windshield, where should you take it? Go to America's most recommended name in damaged vehicle repair. That's right. In an independent nationwide customer satisfaction survey, Abra Auto Body and Glass was the company most recommended to family and friends for quality of work, customer communication, and overall service. Why? Maybe it's our commitment to safety. Abra spends more to train our technicians than anyone else in the industry, and every repair meets our strict safety standards. Maybe it's our lifetime warranty that backs up all those repairs. Or that Abra works with over 500 insurance companies nationwide to make your claims process a snap. Whatever the reason, Abra Auto Body and Glass is proud to be so highly regarded. Auto Body Repair of America. Abra, America's most recommended. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule an appointment.
Welcome to the 10th inning show, a complete recap of today's game, as well as a look at other games around the major leagues and the Pacific Coast League. Once again, let's go back to the ballpark with the voice of the Salt Lake Bees, Steve Klauke.
Well, the Bees fell behind 4-0 after 4 innings. Some base running and fielding mistakes caused them to fall behind, and it didn't look very good for the night, but they got things going, got a run in the 5th, and then scored 5 runs in the 6th, the most they've scored in an inning since they put up 5 in the 3rd inning on the 17th of June in the first game of a doubleheader against Las Vegas. Taking a 6-4 lead, they would add one more in the 9th and get scoreless relief pitching over 5 innings from Matt Wilhite, Marcus Gwynn, and Chris Buchek. And the Bees get the win in the opening game of this series. Final totals in the ball game for the Bees: 7 runs on 14 hits, no errors, and 6 runners left on base. For the Sounds, 4 runs on 9 hits, 1 error, and 5 runners left on base. The winning pitcher, Matt Wilhite, 6-2. The losing pitcher, Jared Fernandez, 6-4. Chris Buchek with a scoreless 9th to record his first save of the season. Time of the game, 2 hours, 43 minutes, 10,014. The paid attendance enjoying a fireworks show here on a Saturday night as the Bees go to 62-45 on the year, 3-2 on this Tennessee road trip, while the Sounds drop to 58-50 as the Bees snap a 5-game losing streak to the Nashville Sounds. So again, some big efforts at the plate. Taryn Blakely 2 for 3, 3 runs batted in. Mike Elward had a big 2-run double in the game. Eric Ibar 3 hits, 2 hits apiece for Kendra Morales, Casey Smith, and Adam Paskovich. But again, the bullpen, after a rough start for Roundhorse, not all of it his own doing. Matt Wilhite, 3 scoreless. Marcus Gwynn and Chris Buchek each putting up a goose egg in an inning for the Bees. Victory here tonight over the Nashville Sounds. Time now for our Mountains West Ranches defensive play of the game. And for that, we will go to the 6th inning with 2 outs and nobody on base. And Kennard Bibbs at the plate for the Sounds. Awaits the 3-2 payoff pitch from Wilhite. Line knocked down by Wilhite. Rolls to the third baseman, Paskovich, who makes the barehand pickup and throw. Got him on a bang-bang play. As Wilhite on the smash had it go off his glove, rolled toward third. Paskovich cutting across. The bare hand pickup and throw to first. It looked like Bibbs had beaten it out, but D.J. Rayburn brings up Bibbs to retire the side on the 1-5-3 putout. And that's our Mountains West Ranches defensive play of the game between Moon Lake, Starvation, and Strawberry Reservoirs. Mountains West Ranches Recreational Properties offers great parcels of land at reasonable pricing. Call 1-877-894-5658 or check out www.mwranches.com. Bees win over the Sounds tonight, 7-4. We'll come back and take a look at the other scores on our last check of the Abra scoreboard next on ESPN 1230.
My fellow pilots, it's time. What are you talking about? He's always making these big promises. McDonald's makes it easy for you to find fortune. Just check out Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean. Dead Man's Chest now in theaters. Then get a Big Mac sandwich, peel the tab, find the code, and you could win great riches, like a new Volvo. It's easy to win. I'm lucky.
No purchase necessary. Open to legal residents of the U.S., Puerto Rico, and Canada. 13 or older. Game ends 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:31:06. A while distribution supplies last. Car game ends 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:31:06. See official rules inside participating McDonald's or at playatmcd.com for complete details. Void prohibited.
Your grandparents came here.
The long drive going, and it's a home run for Joe DiMaggio.
Your parents came here.
Here comes Roger Maris in the score, and Cepeda pulling the second with a double.
Now it's your turn.
It's gone, and Robin Yount has hit successive home runs off June.
Cooperstown, New York, a tradition of excellence for 7 decades. Be a part of it. For information, call 1-888-HALL-OF-FAME.
Zions Bank has absolutely free checking. This means it's absolutely free of hidden fees. Our absolutely free checking comes with absolutely free unlimited check writing and absolutely free online banking and bill pay. All this along with a Visa credit card, an absolutely free Visa debit card, and enrollment in Zions Cash Rewards. We appreciate you, so we want to absolutely free you from hassle with all our absolutely free branches and ATMs available throughout both Utah and Idaho. After all, when all is said and done, the best things in life are, well, family love and sharing. Because although our absolutely free checking is absolutely fantastic, hopefully it's not absolutely the best thing in your life.
Hi, I'm Tom Green, branch manager at the Zions Bank Freeway office. Right now, when you open a free checking account, we'll give you an absolutely free box of checks.
Zions Bank member FDIC, equal housing lender. Some restrictions apply. See branch for details. Credit approval required to obtain Visa credit card.
Welcome back. You're here just in time, I think, for the grand finale as the Bees defeat the Nashville Sounds tonight by a final score of 7-4. Time now for one last look at the Abra scoreboard. It's a little noisy here, but can't close the window here in Nashville. So right now, let's take a look at those out-of-town scores as soon as they pop up on my screen. First of all, Colorado Springs is at Memphis. That game is in the top of the ninth now, with the Redbirds leading the Sky Sox by a score of 8-4. John Nelson and Sean Garrett have homered for the Redbirds. Josh Wilson has gone deep for the Sky Sox. At Round Rock in the fifth, Sacramento leads the Express 6-1 as D'Angelo Jimenez has hit his third home run of the year for Sacramento. Jeremy Brown is seventh for the River Cats. Fresno and Albuquerque, 0-0 with the Isotopes batting in the bottom of the third. Elsewhere, Omaha is at Tucson. Las Vegas entertains Iowa. New Orleans at Portland. Oklahoma at Tacoma. The four West Coast games start in about 10 minutes. Over on the Major League side, we'll start in the American League where Seattle beat Cleveland 3-1. Jared Washburn over Jake Westbrook. Paolo Banez and the former Indian Ben Broussard homered for the Mariners in that one. Twins are batting in the bottom of the ninth. They trailed Detroit 8-5. At one point they were down 6-0, got to within 6-5, but the Tigers got insurance runs in the 8th and 9th. At Texas, they're in the top of the 6th. Kansas City has just taken a 3-2 lead on the Rangers. Again, earlier today, David Ortiz, game-winning single with 2 outs in the 11th, gives the Red Sox a 7-6 win over the Angels, knocking the Halos out of first by a half game behind Oakland as the A's top Toronto 7-4. In New York, the Devil Rays embarrassed the Yankees 19-6, and the White Sox outlasted the Orioles in Baltimore 13-11. Meanwhile, in the National League, bottom of the 8th inning at Milwaukee, the Brewers now leading Cincinnati 6-3. Home runs by Bill Hall and Prince Fielder. They're 24th and 19th, respectively. Houston topped Arizona 4-1. Roy Oswalt the winner in that one. Philadelphia trounced Florida 12-3, going deep 4 times on Dontrell Willis, Pat Burrell, Ryan Howard, Chase Utley, and Aaron Rowe. And Utley now with a 29-game hitting streak. At Pittsburgh, the Pirates held on to defeat the Giants 4-3. At Denver in the bottom of the 5th, the Rockies trail San Diego 2-1. The Mets crushed the Braves in Atlanta today, 11-3 the final. At Wrigley Field, Greg Maddux gets the win over the Cardinals 4-2. Chicago's won the first 3 games of that series. And at Los Angeles, the Dodgers defeat Washington by a score of 7-5. And that's your Abra scoreboard. Back with the scoring highlights from this game right after this on ESPN 1230.
This year, be a part of a winning season. Catch the excitement of Busch Series racing in the Discount Tire number 41 Dodge. Watch as driver Reed Sorensen powers his way to victory lane. Discount Tire, Utah's tire and wheel experts with 17 locations statewide. Come in for the lowest prices on tires and wheels. Tires starting at $20. Join the excitement of the Discount Tire Sun Chaser 9-hour at Miller Motorsports Park on August 31st through September 2nd. Low prices, more choices. Discount Tire.
In 2002, the world's best athletes skied down our mountains during the Salt Lake City Winter Olympics. Now in 2006, America's top cycling pros will ride back up. August 7th through 12th, it's the second annual 2006 Larry H. Miller Tour of Utah. You get to witness one of the best fields of American professional cycling teams ever assembled as they compete in this 6-stage 500-mile race across Utah's most beautiful and challenging landscapes. The 2006 Tour of Utah, brought to you in part by Snowbird, the official resort of summer. Get affordable all-day activity passes to enjoy all of Snowbird's summer fun. Visit snowbird.com.
Okay, I see it. Right there off I-15 in the heart of Layton. If you're Trouba's Volkswagen.
It's hard to miss over 100 brand new Volkswagens, including the brand new GTI, diesel Jettas, and the all-new Rapid.
It's hard to miss the 2006 Jetta for only $299 per month OAC.
That's a lease, right?
Wrong. $299 is to buy it, and it's an automatic. Or buy any of the remaining 2006 Tourigs and get $5,500 off MSRP.
$5,500 off Tourigs? How do we get there?
Trouba's Volkswagen is just across I-15 from the Layton Hills Mall. Just use exit 331 in Layton.
Then around the side of Trouba's Chrysler Jeep, and there it is. Trouba's Volkswagen. Find them and find the Volkswagens you want, including the 2006 Jetta you can buy for only $299 per month.
$299 to buy it. Or get $5,500 off MSRP on all remaining 2006 Tourigs. 7.5% for 84 months OAC. Credit union financing till July 31st, 2006. See your salesman for all the details.
Trouba's Volkswagen, 1230 North Main in Layton.
Part of the Trouba's Automotive team. Are you part of the team?
Here in Nashville, the Bees got off to a very bad start. A couple of base running mistakes in the first inning cost them maybe at least 1 run. And then in the bottom of the first inning, the Sounds with a runner at second base, 2 out. Graham Kuntz hit a line drive to center field. Tommy Murphy raced back on, only to have the ball fall short in front of him. And Abernathy scores from second base to make it 1-0 in favor of the Sounds. Then in the third inning, Abernathy singled again, stole second again, was at second base with 1 out with Graham Kuntz at the plate. There goes the runner for third, and the pitch is ripped towards left center field. Murphy going back. It's up there, and it's long gone. A 2-run home run for Graham Kuntz, and it's now 3-0 Nashville. They would extend it to 4-0 in the fourth inning with 2 outs and nobody on. Chris Barnwell singled to right. Jonathan Rauenhorst got Zach Sorensen to hit a little flare into right field. A pretty good over-the-shoulder catch about to be made by Casey Smith that was in his glove, but he was slid into by Darren Blakely, and that jarred the ball free. It was ruled a double. Barnwell scored, and that made it 4-0 Sounds after 4, and things were pretty bleak at that point, but then the Bees got on the board in the fifth with 1 out. Jason Espedo singled, reached second on a pass ball, moved to third on a single to right by Adam Pavkovich, and scored on Darren Blakely's sacrifice fly into foul territory down the left field line. That made it a 4-1 ball game, and then the Bees erupted in the sixth. Casey Smith started it off with a double to left field. He moved to third on a single to right by Eric Ibar. Kendry Morales doubled to right field off the wall in right center to make it a 4-2 ball game, leaving runners at second and third. Still nobody out for Mike Elward. Runners at second and third. The pitch to Elward. Lined into left field, a base hit. That's headed into the left field corner. Ibar will score. Morales in behind him as Elward chugs into second base with a 2-run double, and the Bees have come back to tie it at 4-4. So a 4-4 game. Then Jeff Mathis reached out, poked a ground ball to the right side, advancing Elward to third. A good job by Mathis there. And then Jason Espedo's sacrifice fly to deep center field sent home Elward with the go-ahead run, and the Bees were up 5-4. Then Adam Pavkovich singled, stole second base to get into scoring position for Darren Blakely. Pavkovich the lead at second base, the 2-1. Blakely swings and grounds one in the left field, a base hit. Here comes Pavkovich around third. Bitts comes up throwing, but it's going to be offline. And in to score is Adam Pavkovich to make it a 6-4 ball game. So 6-4 as that caps off the 5-run inning. The Bees would get one more run in the 9th inning on a home run by Darren Blakely. But the Bees would lead it, go on to win it 7-4 in the 8th and in the 9th. The Sounds got base runners, but double plays got the pitchers out of it. Marcus Gwynn getting Vinny Rottino to ground into a 4-3 double play. And then with a man at first and one out, Chris Barnwell against Chris Buchek hit a liner right at the first baseman Morales, who made the catch and then tagged the nearby Bibbs for the double play. That ended the ball game. So the Bees claim game 1 of the series here in Nashville. We'll be back to preview game 2 coming up tomorrow night right after this final timeout on ESPN 1230.
Utah's top employers hire Steven Vinegar graduates.
Hi, I'm Amy Willoughby with Medical Professionals and Professional Staffing Resources. We've been using Steven Vinegar graduates for both medical and clerical and accounting positions. Their graduates are extremely professional and competent, and Steven Vinegar has been a great asset to our company.
Steven Vinegar prepares students like you for the working world. They train students in many professions, including business, computer technology, and medical specialties. You can earn your degree in as little as 15 months. And we offer financial aid and a job placement assistance program.
Hi, I'm Steve Noyce from Icon Consulting Group. We are always recruiting qualified applicants for a number of technical jobs. We've been very impressed with graduates from Steven Vinegar College. They always demonstrate excellent technical skills and are some of our best performers.
With a degree from Steven Vinegar, you could earn $1 million more during your professional life than you do now. Classes are starting every month. Call 1-800-NEW-START for enrollment information. Campus is located in Ogden, downtown Salt Lake City, Murray, and Provo. Call 1-800-NEW-START.
Every day you wait, and every day you're losing more money by not purchasing a home with Platinum Financial. Did you know that since 1980, the value of homes in Utah have appreciated 190%? How long can you afford to wait to purchase your new home? And if you sell your home now, will the appreciation be enough to pay for the house of your dreams? At Platinum Financial Group, they understand the home buying process. They know everyone's home buying experience is different, so they offer a variety of loan programs to fit your current and future mortgage needs. They're willing to sit down with you and look at your individual situation. After all, it's your home we're talking about. At Platinum Financial, you'll find professionally trained consultants willing to walk you through the mortgage process. So if you're thinking of purchasing a home, moving up, or refinancing, let the professionals at Platinum Financial Group give you a free mortgage evaluation. Call today, 713-0504. That's 713-0504.
Well, the Bees rally from a 4-run deficit tonight to claim game 1 of their series here in Nashville against the Sounds by a final score of 7-4. So guaranteeing themselves of starting tomorrow off no worse than having a 5.5 game lead over Tacoma and 10 ahead of Portland. Both of those teams just getting started right now. Game 2 of this series tomorrow night. Again, an early start, 5 o'clock Mountain Time with a 4:40 on deck circle. It'll be left-hander Nathan Bland with a 3-3 record going for the Bees. Another southpaw, Zach Jackson, will go for the Sounds. His record is 2-3. So we hope you'll join us for the broadcast tomorrow. And hope you'll join us when the Bees return home on Wednesday to open up an 8-game homestand, starting off with a 4-game series against the Albuquerque Isotopes on Wednesday. That'll do it for tonight. Our thanks to Isaac back in our studios in Salt Lake City. And our thanks to you for listening. Once again at 2 hours 43 minutes and in front of 10,014 here at Greer Stadium in Nashville. The final score, the Salt Lake Bees 7 and the Nashville Sounds 4. I'm Steve Klauke saying good night and so long from the ballpark.
This has been the 10th Inning Show. Make sure to be with us next time for Salt Lake Peas Baseball on your home for the Salt Lake Peas. ESPN 1230 AM.